Yeah, yes, it is Friday, which means we are back here on the YouTube, which means that we are live. Woo-hoo, yeah. Tonight, it's going to be a special one, you all. Going to be a special Friday night vibe. Things are happening out here on the Vibe Street. But before we get into all that, I got to go in and give you the intro that you deserve, that you come to see every Friday night. And then we'll go ahead and get into the festivity. Wow, I'm already seeing people that I haven't seen in a while show up to the chat. Oh my goodness. What is happening here? Oh, and of course, I forget my watch. Viper, what are you doing, Viper? What are you doing? All right, we don't need to watch. We have the time over here. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get this party started and rock and roll, because this should be a fun live stream. So, current time, since I don't have my watch, current time is 6:32 p.m. Central Standard Time, which means you are in the right place. You are on the right YouTube channel, baby. Yes. So, for those of y'all who are new here, or for those of y'all who somehow find the replay of this live stream, you're going to want to listen up very closely to this next part, because it might save you some embarrassment. But my people that know, they know what's happening. They know what's about to come, so they know what to do. But here it comes. This is the part of the live stream where I'm going to need you, yes, you, to turn your volume down. Because if you don't turn your volume down right now, I will not be held liable for what your neighbors think about you listening to some loud dude on YouTube. That's on you, not on me. That's on you, not on me. Now, that we got that out of the way, I can go ahead and do what I do. I can wake up the sleeping giant, and we can go to work tonight on Friday night, because that's just what we do. So, this is your last warning. Turn your volume down now, or don't talk to Viper later. Don't be coming after Viper. Don't be coming for my neck. I don't want to hear it. I warned you. So, here we go, baby. Here we go. Let me cock back real quick and unleash the fury. Here we go. Make sure I don't mess anything up out here. I mean, sure ain't gonna be no accident. I ain't got time for no accidents here. Court, conduct yourself accordingly. Give out just said that on the camera. Woo! All right. What's up, people? This your boy Viper, the man about tech, and we are Welcome to Friday Night Fight, baby! Woo! Oh, yeah! It is that day again! We are back! We are live on YouTube! Woo! Yeah! All right! Now that we got that out of the way, and before I begin tonight's festivities, let me see who I got in the chat tonight. First on the list, my enforcer, Genosis, is in the cut. What's up, bro? How you doing? Alex Jackson is here. What's up, Alex? How you doing, my dude? We got Jonathan Rash. What's up? How you doing, Jonathan? What's going on? We got 504 in the cut. What's up? How you doing, my dude? And a name that I have not seen in forever, Albert Cervantes, has returned. What's up, my dude? How you doing? What's going on with you? We got Ethnic out there too. What's up, Ethnic? How you doing? Barry Johnson has turned the volume up. I appreciate that. What's up, Barry? How you doing? The Tech God is here. What's up, man? How you doing? How you doing? Oh, yes. It would not be a Friday night without my head of security, my man, El Jefe Review. What's up, Jeff? What's going on, bro? How you doing tonight? Oh, my God. Another name I have not seen in forever. Valiant Broussard. What is happening tonight? What's going on, bro? How you doing? Wait, another name I have not seen it from. What is this? What is this? Your reunion tonight? We got Mims. We got the Wayne train in the building. What's up, bro? How you doing? What's going on out here? What is happening here? Oh my goodness. What is happening tonight? And Mr. Brian R is here. What's up, Brian? How you doing, dude? Jay Boogie is here too. What's up, Jay? How you doing? My homie BG Tech Life is in the cut. What's up, BG? How you doing? Who else out here? Oh my God, we got a lot of people out here. Ooh, what is going on? What is going on? All right. So I think I got everybody. Also, there are 26 people watching, and I definitely did not shout out 26 names. So shout out to my Lurk Squad. There's a few of you all out there lurking tonight. For whatever reason, you do not want people to know that you watch Viper, or you're probably watching on a device where you can't comment. There might be some of that going on too, but I appreciate y'all being here on Friday night. Thank you for hanging with Viper on Vibe Live on Friday Night Vibe. We are live. But tonight is going to be special because at some point during this live stream, there will be a legendary Friday Night Viper return. The man has not been on the live stream in over 2 years, but he is coming back to the show tonight. Woo! If you were here last week, you know who I'm talking about. If you were not here last week, you're like, Viper, who in the Blue Monkey's nipple are you talking about? I don't know. Maybe I should just let the moment happen. I should let it happen for y'all that don't understand that y'all don't keep up with Viper. I think I'm just going to let y'all sit in suspense and wait. So y'all just going to let y'all wait for the moment to happen, because when it happens, it's going to be epic. But yeah, but we got to get to that point, because I don't know when that point's happening. You never know with these things. That's one of the beauties about this whole live stream, is that when people come out here, I don't know when they're going to come. Even if you know who's coming, you don't know when they're going to get. You just don't know. I don't know. But what's going on with y'all? What's happening? What's happening with y'all? How y'all doing? Firstly, I know for the past couple of weeks, I spent a lot of time talking about Elon. And I think a lot of y'all, I think I told you all, or most of y'all know that I brought a new car about 2 months ago now. I brought a new car. Or no, not 2 months, almost about a month and a half ago, I brought a new car. It's funny because all of the top tech tubers, YouTubers, and people, you know, they got their Teslas and their Rivians and their Lucents and all that stuff. You know, and at one point in time, I wanted to buy a Tesla. I was thinking about buying a Tesla maybe, but number one, I don't have nowhere to charge it. But number two, and probably more importantly, Tesla is just not the move right now, man. I saw my man Danny Wingett send out a tweet to Elon about how his car just stopped working out of nowhere. Wouldn't do anything, and he had to have it towed away. I have heard a few people complain on Twitter about how their Teslas stopped working, or they were having some quality control issues with their Teslas. So, I mean, as good as the Tesla supercharger network is, and as cool as the cars are themselves, I recently took my first ride in a Tesla when I was out in Anaheim last month. I don't know, man. I don't know about these Tesla, bro. Oh, no. I mean, it's weird because Tesla has been around for, what, over a decade now? You would think that a lot of these problems of like a startup company would have been gone by the wayside. They would have tightened it up by now, but I don't know. Here we are in 2022, and we're still having a bunch of service issues with Teslas. People having to get their car towed away and things like that. Their car's not working. I'm like, bro. Oh, not to mention the accidents that have been happening because people have been trying to use the self-driving features and things. Like, man, Tesla is not looking pretty hot right now. I don't know. So I'm kind of glad that I didn't buy a Tesla because I don't want them problems, bro. Like, listen, when I'm behind the wheel of a car, I'm not trying to have any extra issues on top of what I'm already going to have being a human being behind the wheel of a car, okay? I don't need the car trying to fight me. I'm not trying to have my car fight me. And sometimes it seems like these Teslas out here, as nice as they are, and as cool as they are, sometimes they out here trying to fight you. And I ain't with that life. I ain't about that life behind the wheel, okay? When you're driving a car, that is some dangerous real estate you're going down. That's a dangerous time. I ain't about that, man. I'm not about that. So shout out to all my Tesla owners out there. I know most of y'all are happy with your Teslas, and hey, more power to you. But I think I might have dodged a bullet by not buying one, and I don't feel bad about it because I don't know, man. Not to mention Elon is so unfocused on Tesla. He's like trying to buy Twitter, then he's trying to back out of Twitter. I mean, bro, and then he's talking about SpaceX and his boring cup. Bro, can you focus on the Tesla? I mean, it's not bad. It's bad enough that you can't get the orders out on time for Tesla people that want to buy the car. when they do have the car in their possession, the cars are having problems. Elon, bro, it's almost a case of you're doing too much, my dude. You got too many eggs and too many baskets. You need to like back it up, Elon. Refocus your attention on Tesla and the quality control and the deliveries of Tesla being more timely, and then maybe worry about other stuff after that, because Tesla is your bread and butter. If the Tesla train is not on the track, Elon, you have a problem, okay? Because people ain't trying to hear that, especially with them Teslas being like $35,000 and up. Man, no, man, they're not trying to hear that. They want their cars working and on time, Elon. Get it together, baby. Get it together. And like Mim highlighted in the chat, in the EV space, it's heating up, man. There's a lot of competition in the EV space these days. Like I mentioned earlier, you not only you got Tesla, you got all these auto manufacturers out there. You got your Fords and your Chevys, not to mention your Rivians, your Lucid, and everybody else trying to come out with their own come out with their own electric vehicles and things like that. I don't know, man. Tesla needs to clean it up, bro. They might get lapped. I mean, they are way out ahead in the electric vehicle space, but sometimes you get complacent, you get lazy, and then you get walked down and left behind. So I don't know. Tesla's ahead right now, but they might become too complacent, and then they get walked down by the rest of the auto manufacturers who are trying to catch up. I don't know. But Mr. Brian R. says he would rather get a F1 Lightning than any Tesla. I mean, that is some American muscle right there. That's some American muscle right there. That's what's up. You know what? I think either the F-150 is the number one selling vehicle in America or the number one selling Ford in America, which is kind of crazy since that's a pickup truck. But a lot of people love those F-150s. I know Marquez just recently did a video about the electric F-150. So people are loving those F-150s. Mega Squad is in the cut. What's up? How you doing, Mega Squad? Good to see you. Hopefully your Friday's going well, my dude. What's going on? Also, shout out to the 28 of y'all watching the live stream. I appreciate y'all hanging out with your boy Viper, man. I am chilling. Like if you missed the intro of the live stream, at some point tonight, there will be a legendary return to the show. Somebody that has not been here in 2 years and coming back to the show tonight. I'm excited about that. Might have another guest dropping. I don't know. But yeah, man, we out here chilling. We rocking and rolling. It's going to be one of those special Friday nights here, as only your boy Vibe can do it. And 504 said he's seen too many videos about Tesla build quality issues. Ooh. And you know, talk about the Tesla high failure rates. Oh, man. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Yes, I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, they're the hot new thing right now. But again, like Mim said earlier, there's a lot of competition creeping up in the space, you know. Tesla going to have to iron it out. Tesla going to have to get it together and tighten it up, man. Otherwise, they're going to lose their lead. And that would be pretty embarrassing for them to lose their lead in the EV space since they have such a big lead. And they've been doing it for so long, really better than anybody else. And for Tesla to lose their lead like that because of just complacency and lack of focus, that's kind of embarrassing. But again, Elon out there doing everything except take care of the Tesla people, man. I don't know. But, well, what else is going on? What else is going on? Let's see. Oh, bro, I think I told y'all on these live streams before that when you have proper conversation with somebody or a conversation that you think are private, they are not private. You should not even think they're private. So I saw on social media that I think was the rapper named Doja Cat had issue with one of the stars of Stranger Things because he shared a private chat that she had with him about one of his co-stars. Like, girl, bruh. Told you all, ain't nothing private. You ain't no such thing as a private conversation anymore. If you are on the internet, if you're online and you have a conversation with somebody in the DM can be screenshot and sent, bro. they got whole books out there about DMs, okay? DMs are being exposed in books. It's not private out here anymore. It's not private. It's not private. But Mim's out here with the confidence. He said Tesla won't lose their lead. They are like Apple at this point. I don't know. I don't know if I would say that. I don't know. I know Tesla has the market share, but I don't believe that Tesla has the mind share that Apple has. Apple has a special mind share in the minds of consumers that Apple has that Tesla just wish they could have. Obviously, when it comes to EV, Tesla is the name, but that's the market share and things like that. But the mind share, I mean, I don't know. I think there's a lot more loyalty to Apple than there is to Tesla at this point. Not to say that Tesla ain't doing it big; they're doing it big. But when we talk about mind share, I don't think Tesla's close to Apple. I don't think so. But maybe I'm wrong. I mean, it is. Anthony wants to know, did I chat on Stranger Things 4 yet? I think I might have touched on it a little bit. I thought it was probably the best season of the show so far. I really enjoyed it. Apparently, they are up for a few Emmys. But I don't want to spoil it for people that have not watched it yet. If you have not watched Stranger Things Part 4, you need to get out there and watch it because it is amazing, epic television. But yeah, actually, let me go get. I need to. I don't know what to talk about. Why did not I bring that in here? Hold on. Okay, so Memphis saying that they got a strong infrastructure. Okay. That I can't argue with. I mean, because literally it's the Tesla supercharger network and then everything else. So, I mean, Tesla cannot be touched with that. That's like the one thing that will keep them ahead is their supercharger network, their infrastructure. They're like everywhere. But if you buy a non-Tesla EV, you're gonna have problems with the charging and things like that because it's just not it. But hold on, y'all. I'll be right back. I want to show y'all something. Hold on. Oh, look, I'll leave for 1 second, and my dude Trent rolled up here and trying to cause trouble, trying to sneak in when I'm not here. What's up, Trent? How you doing, man? Good to see you, my dude. Good to see you. So, today I took a trip to the Best Buy, because I wanted to get some stuff, and I had some other stuff that I'm like, I'm not using. Let me go trade this stuff in and get some other stuff. So I did. So, for the first time in my life, I am now, and let me see, make sure I'm not hiding anything. I am now an Amazon Kindle owner. And this is interesting. I like this thing. I like this thing a lot. Now, the question that I got on Twitter today is, well, if you have an iPad, why would you need a Kindle, right? So there are a few things going on here that I want to touch on real quick in the live stream. Since I am the man about tech, this is what I do. Although I know lately these live streams have gone so far off of tech that I don't know. But Kindle, yes, I got a Kindle. So, number one, this is an e-reader. Its only job is to read books, okay? Now, that might sound trivial to some of us hardcore tech nerds. But for anybody who uses an iPhone or a Samsung or an Android on a regular basis, you know that if you are doing something like sending a tweet out on your phone, you are getting notifications from every other app on your phone at any given time, interrupting whatever it is that you're doing. And it kind of gets annoying. You don't have that problem with a Kindle. There are no other notifications on a Kindle. When you get engrossed into a book on here, that's it. There's no notifications. There's no Twitter notification, no Facebook notification, no YouTube notifications on here. That is literally it. This whole thing function is to give you books to read, and it does it very well. And the other thing that's pretty cool is that this is called the Kindle Paperwhite, and the display actually feels like paper a little bit when you're like turning the pages back and forth. Not to mention it looks like pages. For those eagle eyes, y'all see your boy Viper has a e-copy of the YouTube formula. Oddly enough, I will be interviewing Daryl Eads on the vidIQ podcast next week, so that'll be pretty cool. But yeah, I got the YouTube formula in here. I just brought the entire collection of Sherlock Holmes for $2. $2! Bro. So, funny story. The entire collection of Sherlock Holmes consists of 4 novels and 56 short stories. I have the hardcover book in my living room. That hardcover book cost probably $25-$30. I just brought the whole collection on here. 60 stories, 54 short stories, and 4 novels for $2, bro. Bruh. So books on here are cheaper than getting them in real life in paperback and all that stuff. But y'all know that already. But On here, sometimes you get a little discount because the Kindle and Amazon and all that stuff. That's cool. The other thing, which I have only had it for a few hours now, so I can't really comment too much, but the other thing that is cool about this device, the battery life. Again, this is an e-reader. Its only job is to read books. And because of that, the battery life is bananas. And look at what you're working with here. This display is 300 ppi, which means it's not pumping out high resolution images. And basically, you're pushing out text. So it's not like the display is going to be very taxing on the battery. So I'm told that this battery lasts for 10 weeks. 10 weeks! The battery lasts for 10 weeks, y'all. Are you serious, bro? 10 weeks? I'm all about that life. I like that. Also, shout out to Shelly Save of the Day. Hey, Shelly, how you doing? Good to see you. She does audio books through Bluetooth. It's great. And set up Libby, and you can download your book directly to your Kindle for free. Ooh, okay. I saw something about Libby on YouTube. I have to check that out. But yeah, it feels like actual paper a little bit, and it looks like paper. And apparently, it's using something called e-ink, which is easier on the eyes. So between the filling of the thing and the e-ink that the display uses, which is easier on the eye supposedly, this is a nice device, and it's not that expensive either. I mean, I got the signature edition, which is like $189, but I didn't pay anything for this. I traded some stuff, but you could buy the regular version for $140, or you can buy just the Amazon Kindle for like $90. But like, I mean, these are relatively inexpensive things, and you can read all your favorite books on here with no problem and take it anywhere. I think this has Wi-Fi on it, but I mean, once you download the book that you want, you don't really need Wi-Fi anymore. So I like it. So as opposed to owning an iPad, which has like every app under the sun and will bother you with notifications, and the iPad does not have the battery life of a Kindle, trust me when I tell you, they're definitely pros to buying this over an iPad. Not to mention it's it's definitely less expensive than an iPad. I'm probably going to do a video on this because that's a question I think that's going to come up a lot as far as whether people buy, whether you want a Kindle or an iPad for reading. That's going to be a video. But Kindle for the win right now. I'm liking it. I'm enjoying it. I found myself really just reading pretty much page turning through this thing. I was reading the little bit of the YouTube formula earlier today. But yes, Kindle for the win. I like it. So far, it's legit. Definitely look forward to getting into that more as the days and weeks come up ahead. Shelly says you can also highlight and save notes and then sync to other devices like iPad. Yep. If you have the Kindle app on your iPhone or Android, if you are reading a book on your actual Kindle and you want to pick up on your Kindle app on your iPhone or Android, you can actually pick up where you left off on the Kindle device on your phone. Legit. I like that. That is pretty cool. And we got Trenton already causing trouble. He says, are movies considered to be video books? No, Trenton, no. He said he prefers video books. Oh, that Trenton, man. That Trenton. Man, what? You ever read a book since high school? Man, you better stop playing, bro. Man, books are how we learn, my dude. Books are how we learn. You gotta get back on it, man. Stop playing, bro. Get back to the reading. Get back into the reading, bro. Trent says, I wish stream movies had chapters like DVDs used to. Yeah. So depending on which service you're using, when you go to fast forward or rewind a movie, like especially on Netflix, it's not really chapters, but they do break it up to like different sections. I don't know if it's on Amazon. I think it's on Netflix. I don't know how Amazon does it, but depending on what service you use, they do have sections that you can go fast forward to or rewind to. And they do break it up into sections, but it's not like chapter per se, so that does kind of suck. But at least they do have the section that you can fast forward and rewind. So it got a little bit of that, but not too much. Not too much. But yeah, that will be that could be definitely another thing to consider if the streaming service wanted to think about that. I also picked up an Echo Show 10 today, which has like the quibbling neck, so it like follows you around the room. But I turned the camera off, so at the moment you turn the camera off, it can't rotate and follow me anymore. It was so funny. When I was standing up, it was like doing that rotating thing where it follows you around, so it could like test the movements and things like that. But then I turned the camera off, and it was like motion deactivated. I'm like, well, there goes that. I broke it. No, not really, but I broke it. Listen, bro. I did not sell you a Kindle. I just told you the advantages of having one over an iPad or an iPhone or whatever. I mean, hey, it has its advantages. What can I say? What can I say? Mim says, I've been learning through watching videos and people. Okay. I got you. Hey, as long as you learn it, man, you got to keep evolving. You know, as creators, we got to keep learning and keep honing our craft, man. We can never stay stagnant for too long as creators, otherwise we get left behind. So there's a bunch of y'all in here who are actual creators. So let me know in the chat, and don't lie to me because I know. I want to know in the chat, if you're a creator, I want to know how long it takes before you get into the meat and potatoes of your videos. Like when you make a video and you go back and watch your videos, hopefully you all are going back and watching your video. But I want to know on average, how long does it take y'all creators out there to get into the crux of your video, the meat and potatoes? Because working at vidIQ, I have seen some things that have scared me for life. They have scarred me for life, I should say. Creators that will have whole 30-second intro splash screens, and I'm terrified. And I hope that none of y'all are doing that. Please tell me you're getting right into the meat and potatoes of the video. Basically, what we call this is delivering on the click. So basically, what I'm saying is that as soon as somebody clicks on your video, they should be getting what they came for. And if you're not doing that, you might want to rethink how you do it, because if you're not delivering on the click, you could potentially be losing that viewer within the first 30 seconds of your video. And I know none of us out here wants to lose a viewer within the first 30 seconds, because you know that will kill your retention. So I'm just saying, like, how long does it take for y'all to get into the meat and potatoes of the video? Mim, come on, bro. Come on, man, Mim. 2 minutes, bro. Somebody call Travis. Somebody get Travis in here, bro. What are you, Mim? Come on, 2 minutes, Mim. Oh, brah, no. Come on, man. Come on, Wayne. Come on, bro. You gotta stop it, man. You gotta stop that, bro. Oh, you killed me, bro. You killed me. Rain said about a minute. Okay. That might be about 30 seconds too long. Just tell it. Yeah. I'm just letting y'all know how it is. Like, yo, y'all know how short our attention spans are in today's world. I should say, y'all say we, since I make videos. We as creators have about 30 seconds to get into the video from the time that viewer clicks. If we don't give them at least a tasting of what they can expect from the video in the first 30 seconds, they are gone. We lost them. That's it. We lost them. Bro, you don't got time. No, we are not out here cooking the roast, bro. You're not out here barbecuing. There is no slow burning content creation, man. You got to get right into it, bro. You're not cooking out here, man. My man Mims making videos like he cooking out here, bro. You can't be doing that, Mims. You can't be doing that, bro. You can't be doing that. Oh, okay. I didn't expect him to be here. I did not expect Travis to be here. Oh, that's cold-blooded. What up, Travis? Travis. Are you seeing it, Travis? This man said 2 minutes, Travis. 2 minutes. Come on, bro. You got water, Travis. You got to talk to him, Travis. Talk to him, bro. Talk to him. Yo, you cannot be waiting on 2 minutes to get to the crux of your video. That's not going to work, bro. It's not going to work. BG said, I'll stop putting my intro at the beginning. I give a clip talking about the subject, then 7-second intro. I mean, that might be about 4 or 5. I might be about 3 seconds too long, but yo, I respect that. So here's the thing. At vidIQ, we always talk about cutting your intros or eliminating them completely. But if you absolutely have to have an intro, it should be after you give them a taste of what to expect in the video. The intro should not be the first thing they see when they click on the video. Don't do that. You're not delivering on the click. When they click on the video, they need to know that they're in the right place. And if the first thing after they click is an intro, you're not doing it correctly. Now, obviously, this is just my opinion, and you can take what I say at base, but you got 3 people in the chat that do nothing but audit channels for a living. And I'm pretty sure Travis and Jeff will agree with me that if you're not delivering on the click, you are not doing yourself any favors as far as retaining that viewer. It is all about retention. And you got to do what you need to do as a creator to make sure that you maintain that viewer's attention, get that retention, do what you got to do. Bro, while he's cooking, yo, he be like, ladies and gentlemen of the congregation, while he's cooking, yo, while he's cooking. Oh man, it's terrible. Yo, what's going on right? Yo, yo, I'm only letting you know because these viewers are ruthless, bro. The viewers are not gonna tell you that they're gonna be gone. You're gonna be looking at your analytic retention graph, gonna be like, yep, and you're gonna be like, damn, what happened to my graph? Well, that's what happened to your graph. When you are fooling around and dilly-daddling and not getting into the meat and potatoes of the video, your graph is gonna look like a hockey stick, like whoop. Bruh, the viewers ain't playing. They're not happening, yo. You got to get into the meat and potatoes or they leaving. They gone. That's it. Because and if you don't believe me, just think about what you're like as a viewer. How do you watch YouTube? What makes you click off a video? And you will probably notice some of the same things that make you click off a video are the same things happening on your content. See, it's crazy out here. Actually, Tech Level Mama is now in the fraternity too. So there are like 4 people in the chat now that literally do this for a living, and we looking at the stuff. We are watching y'all, yo. We watching y'all. I'm trying, man. I'm just trying to help y'all out, man. I'm trying to help y'all out. I'm letting y'all know what's going on because viewers are ruthless and they are not going to give you guys a second chance. When they leave, they're not coming back. So we don't want them to leave. We do not want the viewer to leave. So that's just my 2 cents. I just thought that you know, Hefe Chat probably having a heart attack right now. My man Mim said 2 minutes. Oh, bro. Oh man, it's too funny. But that's what's up, man. That's what's up. But what else? Hey, all right. Here's another question for you all in the chat, and also shout out to y'all that's still hanging out with your boy. I appreciate y'all. But here's another question for you all. Y'all know we coming up on the busy part of the tech season, right? We got a Samsung event next month, probably Apple event in September. You know, Google is coming out in October with something. What are y'all looking forward to as far as tech goes for the rest of the year? Like, is there a device that you want to get your hands on for the rest of the year? Is there something that you're really looking forward to? Let me know in the chat what tech you're looking forward to for the rest of the year. I'm interested to see. What y'all are excited about for this year. Honestly, man, I'm not really overly excited for any of it, to be honest with you. All of these smartphones are basically going to be the same thing that we got year over year. Okay, there you go. Okay, Andy Johnson, I like that. I think that's something worth getting excited about. New AirPods, yeah, actually, new AirPods Pro. Yeah, we are supposed to have a new generation of AirPods Pro this year. That I am excited about because I'm excited to see what new features that Apple puts into those. That will be cool. So that I am excited about. But these phones, not so much. But the AirPods, I like that. I like that. I said, Lord help me. Oh man. Dwayne said, I honestly don't look at these things as a viewer. I usually give every video a good chance. Well, you are rare, man, because a lot of viewers have a short attention span and they out of there. If they see something they don't like, they gone. All right, so you notice that the Pixel 7 Pro and the iPhone 14 Pro Max. You notice every time I get excited about a Google Pixel device, they let me down. I cannot get excited about Pixel devices anymore because they always let me down. They be so close. They be so close, and then they just drop the ball somewhere. Trenton's looking forward to the Pixel 7. Okay. What we got? Mims, he's excited. We got a lot of Pixel people out there. Okay. A lot of y'all excited for the Pixel 7. Okay. I hope that Google rewards you for your excitement. I just would not hold my breath, but I hope Google rewards you all because again, every time I get excited about a Pixel, I don't know, bro. I don't know. Let's see. Janosin says, he wants to see more older vehicles transformed into EVs like that old F-150. Oh, okay. That is something. All right. Lobo said he's excited about a rebranded Z Note Fold. Oh, I don't know if there's going to be a rebrand, but that's interesting. There are rumors that the Fold 4 is going to get an upgraded camera system. That would be hot and long overdue. That would definitely be hot and long overdue. All right. What else we got here? Mim said, I just want face unlock and a good fingerprint scanner. Yo, good unlocking biometric period, my dude. Nothing like the Pixel last year, the Pixel 6 Pro last year, and the fingerprint scanner. Oh man, no, that was not it, Chief. That was not it. BG said the Pixel software is decent now. I mean, the software has always been good. But it just actually, except for last year they had a few bugs with the software. The hardware was legit last year. The software was not all that legit, but maybe they will finally have a epiphany this year and bring the entire package to the yard. That'd be pretty cool. What else we got out here? That's the Anthony said maybe when a Pixel 7 comes out, the those with the Pixel 6 could finally unlock their phone. Wow, shots fired there, shots fired. All Albert said he had the Pixel 6, but the camera disappointed him. Oh, man. Now, that's sad because that's one thing that you normally would never say about a Pixel device. You would never say that the camera disappointed you. So that's sad, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. Hopefully, it'll be better this year. BG wants the Flip 4. Yeah. Bruh, that is another device that I just cannot get excited about because the battery life is trash. I had the Flip 3, and that battery life was horrible. I know why they can't really fit a big battery in that compact form factor, so I get it. But bro, I need better battery life on my phones, and that Flip 4 was just not doing it for me. It was not doing, or that Flip 3 was not doing it for me at all. All right, Tech Level Mama says she's excited for the new Pixel, but not because I'm going to get it, but because I've always been excited for new stuff coming out. Hopefully, it's not disappointment, not a disappointing release. We can all hope. Also, did y'all see that story that somebody got mailed the Pixel 7 by accident? They got mailed a prototype. How is it that Google phones are always getting out of the warehouse early? I think somebody's like intentionally sabotaging Google because their phones always get into people's hands early or something. It's very weird. I think what was it with the Pixel 3? Somehow they or one of their phones somehow they ended up on a black market month before release, and now they got a Pixel 7 out there in the wild that somebody got in the mail. Like, bruh, what's going on? What are you doing, Google? What are you doing? I don't know, y'all. I don't know. But it seems like every year there's some different shenanigans going on at Google with their phones getting out early. I don't get it. I don't know. Also, today, Apple's new MacBook Air with the M2 went on sale today. Everybody's going crazy over the midnight. What was it? The midnight color? I think it's like black or blue or whatever it is. I mean, that's all good and well. But I still got this beastly M1 Max MacBook Pro from last year. So I won't need another Apple laptop for at least another 4 to 5 years. But hey, if you are in the market for a MacBook Air, then today's release might garner your attention. All right, what else we got here? Jonathan says Google and see what Samsung does anything. Google and see what Samsung does anything with the Fold. Well, we'll find out quick enough. The event should be next month. If history is any indication, the Samsung event will be next month. So we will not have to wait long for that. We will not have to wait long. Ethnic says, are phones past their peak interest? Are they still highly desired? I think they might be if they could bring the price down. They brought it down a little bit last year, but they're still way too high to be of general interest. So if they could bring the pricing of the Fold 4 down even more to like a Galaxy S22 Ultra level, now you're talking. Now you're talking about general consumer interest. But until they bring them prices down, it's still going to be a niche device. All right, BG said this year the Flip 4 is going to have 2 batteries. Oh, really? Okay. I mean, hopefully they're 2 times make it 2 times better than last year in battery life. My God, I don't know about that. Y'all don't know. But yeah, if the Flip 4 has 2 batteries, hopefully it's twice better than last year. Because last year it was questionable at best. It was questionable. All right, Jonathan says, yeah, I can see some saying Pixel 6 series pictures disappointed people. That portrait mode and that HDR processing and the UW camera not being UW enough. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. The Pixel 6 Pro, it had all the potential in the world, and it's almost like trying to run to the finish line, and it just tripped over themselves before they crossed the finish line. The Pixel 6 Pro literally tripped over itself before it crossed the finish line, which is sad because they had a lot of hype behind it, a lot of excitement, but it just didn't deliver. And I guess we'll see what happens this year. Hey, we got Aaron Martin here. Aaron, what's up, man? How you doing, dude? Good to see you. Also, Sonny Dixon is here. Sonny, what's up, man? How you doing? Yo, Sonny. Hey, Sonny. How's that iPhone 14, bro? We know you got that iPhone 14, bro. We know you got it, Sonny. How is it? How good is it? I got to do it. I got to hit him with the Renee. Yo. That Pixel 6 Pro was questionable. Okay, it was questionable. I mean, it had a lot of people asking questions, yo, and not the right questions, not questions that Google wants to answer, yo. Google did not want those questions last year. Like 400 mil. Oh, oh man, that's like a teaspoon, bro. That ain't bro. That's a teaspoon of battery. Come on, man. Oh, I don't know, man. I don't know, BG. That's not a lot. That's not a lot. That's not a big improvement from. That's not a very big improvement, though. I don't know. We'll see. He said you got to revisit the Pixel 6 Pro now with update. Google got it right, bro. I mean, I'm happy that like almost a year later they got it right. Well, actually, not about what 9 months later they got it right. But it should not take 9 months after release for them to get it right. Like that's crazy. 9 months, bro. 9 months, we got a new phone. We talk about the Pixel 7. Nobody cares about that phone 9 months later. The Pixel 7 is out. It's like, come on, like, exactly, Sonny Dixon, right. Nobody cares about that phone no more. We on to the next phone. Like, what are we talking about here? Oh man, it's just bro. I mean, I respect it for the people that still own the phone because at least they get the best version of the phone now. But bro, come on, man, come on. Oh, shots fired. He said he saw a few of them on Facebook Marketplace. Oh, bro. That's funny. Yo, that's hilarious, man. That's hilarious. Hey, I heard that you can get some pretty good deals off of Facebook Marketplace though. Depending on what you're looking for, especially in the tech space. Actually, I saw a camera lens on there for a real good price a while ago. So depending on what you're looking for on Facebook, you can get some good deals. Just make sure that when you go meet those people, you meet them in a public place so they don't try to jack you because, dangerous out here, y'all. It's dangerous out here. Dangerous. I mean, BG, yeah. We know the 7 won't have the same software issue, but hopefully it doesn't have instead of its own software issues. Hopefully it'll be starting smooth as a baby butt because the 6 Pro and the 6 did not start smooth last year. So hopefully Google worked it out and they will make it better. Right. Babies are born in 9 months. What are we talking about here? Right. Sonny said he brought a 2015 iMac for $100. What? Yo, that is the best when you get like somebody is selling something that they have no idea what the value is. That is the absolute best. That is hilarious that he didn't know what it was. That's funny. That is hilarious. Oh, man. That's right. Don't get jacked alert. That's right. When you all dealing with these people from Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace, make sure you're meeting them in a safe public location. Don't get jacked, yo, because they will jack you. I remember I just had a video where she brought an Xbox Series X from somebody. It was a special edition Xbox Series X, and she brought it off Craigslist. And she made a video about it. And I don't know how many of you all saw, but when she ran up on that dude and he opened up his trunk and he pulled out the Xbox, but that's not the only thing that we saw in the trunk, bro. I mean, I could have sworn that man had a human being in his trunk, y'all. I don't know. I'm just saying, okay? That man had a live human being in his trunk. And he told Justine to go back off. Yo, that's some shady ish. Y'all got to be careful out here. Y'all got to be careful out here, yo. You never know when you're going to roll up on somebody that has a whole live human in the trunk, yo. I'm just saying, yo. I'm just saying. And it's a little shady out there. It's a little shady out there, bro. It's shady out there. I'm just saying, yo. Justine go to get an F-box. She get more than what she bargained for, bro. Got a whole human in the trunk, yo. Like, yo. Now, the human was it wasn't dead. The human was alive. Whoever was in the trunk was alive, so they weren't dead or nothing like that. They were alive, but it was looking kind of suspect. It didn't look good. Okay, it was not a good look. I would have been highly concerned had I been in that situation. I would have had to call some authority, like, yo, what you doing out here, bro? What you doing? I don't know, but that's why y'all got to be careful out here, yo. You never know, man. Bro, at 504, I'm telling you, you got to be careful out here, yo. You got to be careful who you dealing with out here. These people are crazy, yo. These people are crazy. I mean, man, I don't know, man. I don't trust these people. You don't trust them. Like Stone Cold said, DTA, don't trust anybody, yo. Don't trust anybody. And that's the bottom line. Okay, that's the bottom line. Don't trust anybody out here, yo. Protect your neck. Protect your neck, people. Protect your neck. That was just a weird video. When I'm like, wait a minute. Is that a human being in the trunk? I'm like, what the hell? Craziness. Crazy shenanigans. So, a lot of y'all want the Pixel 7. I think I thought Janosa said he want the iPhone 14 Pro. Okay. I think Andy was talking about the AirPod Pro earlier. Yep. Also, are we going to get, actually, I don't think we're going to get it this year, but sometime soon, we're supposed to get Apple's new mixed reality headset or AR glasses. One of those things we're supposed to get. I think the mixed reality headset is supposed to come first. But is it coming this year or is it coming next year? Are we going to get a glimpse next year, this year of their mixed reality headset? I don't know. Maybe Sonny Dixon knows. I don't know. Oh, there it is. He said next year the glasses are coming next year. Okay. So next year we're supposed to get a peep of the AR glasses. All right, cool. BG said he likes OfferUp. They got a good rating system for regular sellers. Good. That's good. I mean, that's very good. I don't know if I would trust anybody, but yeah. Sonny said nobody wants the nothing. You know what? I mean, I haven't really looked into it too much, but the nothing, I mean, it looks okay, but it's the first generation, man. We just don't know. I think it's so people get the phone in their hands and review and get a chance to look at it and review it for what it is. I don't think you're going to see much excitement around that phone. I mean, it has a little buzz, yeah, but I don't think you're not going to get like real like peak excitement until people know what it is and what they're getting with that phone, and that's going to take time for people to actually use it on a daily basis. So, I guess we'll see what happens in the days and weeks ahead with the nothing phone. But right now, it's the hype is just not there. It's just not there. That is a good question. I like this question. Men wants to know, when are we getting some new AirPods Max? Bruh? I don't know. It is long overdue. They've been out since 2019 now? I think 2019, 2020, they first came out. Oh, no. Actually, I think they came out at the end of 2019, early 2020. So yeah, it is definitely time for some new AirPods Max. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, that would be cool. That I would like some new AirPods Max, preferably ones that don't have a condensation problem. Preferably Apple. Are you listening, Apple? Preferably ones that don't have condensation issues. Thank you very much. Please, Jesus. Woo! But yeah. Sonny said the only thing we are waiting for is the Mac Pro sneak peek. I mean, are we going to get that? I mean, everybody's been talking about that all year long. But are we going to get that sneak peek this year? Or is it going to happen? I don't know. Oh, yeah. And that's another problem. It's not coming to the U.S. And we know how we are and here in the U.S. about phones that don't come to the U.S. We don't care. We don't care. Like if you tell us that the phone's not coming to the U.S., it's done. It's dead to us. We don't care. Because why should the U.S. market care if they're never going to see the phone? I mean, yeah, some people will import it, and that's all fine and good. But a lot of people are not going to import that phone. They're not going to buy it. They're not going to ever see that phone because it's not going to be in the U.S. It's not going to be in carrier stores, and they're not going to care because it's not coming to the U.S. So it's much to do about nothing, literally. Much to do about nothing. Oh man, we got people coming in out here. What's up? Right. I saw those skins on the back of the iPhone 13. Oh my god. Really, the nothing skins are getting more buzz than the actual phone itself, yo. It's crazy out here. Oh, Sonny says that we might get AirPods Max at the iPhone event. Ooh, really? Ooh, okay. Sonny out here dropping the T tonight. I like this. I like that. Hey, you got lucky, man, because mine definitely had the problem. And mine were not the only ones who had that condensation problem. There were a few people out there whose AirPod Max had the condensation issue. I hope Apple can fix it for version 2. Please fix that issue. It is definitely an issue. It is not just Viper. Fix that. Renee's in the building. What's up, Renee? How you doing, sir? Good to see you. Renee, you are the man and the myth and the legend. Not me. You are, Renee. You are. Joseph, what's up, bro? How you doing, Joseph? Appreciate you being here, my dude. What's going on? I heard Renee said Sonny's already watching on AirPods Max 3. Here we go. Here we go. Renee, I love Renee. But for those of y'all who are just coming in, I'm expecting a very special guest tonight who will be here in due time. This person has not been on the show in over 2 years, but they are making a return tonight. I have been guaranteed that it's happening. I'm just waiting, chilling, waiting for their arrival. But other than that, I'm hanging out with y'all. We chilling out here. If y'all got something you want me to talk about or you got any questions, or if you got any tech you're excited about, let me know. But yeah, I'm just waiting for my special guest to arrive out here in the building. That's where we're at. And Wisdom says that the AirPod be messing up. That's not cool. Actually, for people who have like the first generation AirPod Pros, they are started messed up a little bit with the with one AirPod going in and out, kind of like the OG AirPod messed up after a while. I mean, you got to remember, those batteries those are lithium batteries, and lithium batteries are usually only good for 2 years. And after a 2-year period, that's when they start to degrade a lot. So you're gonna get some issues going on if you have any device with a lithium battery in it, man. So I don't know, but I guess we'll have to figure out what's going on, man. Let's see. Retether Tech, what's up, dude? How you doing? Yeah, you are just in time, my dude. My special guests have not arrived yet, but they will be here soon. But yeah, we're gonna hang out. Renee, you definitely need to listen to that podcast. It was a good talking to my man Prosper about his journey through the YouTube, man. It's always interesting to see how creators came up, from where they started to where they are today and how they got there and the lessons that they learned along the way. So yeah, that's always good stuff. So definitely go check out that podcast, which is out now. It's out now on all major podcast network. It's the Tube Talk podcast. The episode is called From Almost Quitting to Becoming World Famous. That is the literal name of the episode. So definitely go check that out. That's the Retether Tech. There is a warranty replacement with the AirPod Pro. My AirPod Pro qualifies for the replacement program, and I got a brand new pair. Nice. That is the cool thing about the warranty replacement. They usually take care of that stuff. So that is pretty cool. Lobo said they had to replace it from static issues. Okay. Hey, that's one of the reasons why Apple is so legendary as they are today, because their customer service is literally second to none. They got stores that you can literally go into and get things taken care of. They got the Genius Bar. They got the warranty. They got Apple Care. Like, Apple goes out of their way to take care of their customers, and people love that stuff, and they eat it up. And that's why Apple is revered as they are today. Because besides Apple, what other tech company has like stores around the world? I know Samsung and Google are trying to implement some stores, but they got a lot of catching up to do to Apple. They got a lot of catching up to do. Albert says, I have a Sony A6400. What would be the best lens for the car content? Probably. Man, where the hell is Terry Warfield or Gerald Undone or Tech Gear Talk when you need them? Actually, we're Trenton through Trenton. Hey, Trent Tech, this is your department, sir. Where are you, Trent Tech? For that type of content, I would say you might want probably want a more wider lens, but I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm not a camera savant like those guys are. If Trent is here, maybe he might be able to help you out with that, but I don't know. Yo, shout out to 504 for the 504 super chat, dude. Thank you very much. I appreciate you, man. What's going on, man? What is going on? Always appreciate you supporting and being here, my dude. So thank you for that. Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you. I always tell you guys that super chats are always appreciated but not required. But anything that you guys are willing to contribute, as always, greatly, greatly appreciated. Anthony Janelson says, I wouldn't know. No Apple Store, no Wild Cherry Pepsi in my city. Oh my god! And you got a population of 153,000 and no Apple Store, no Wild. Oh, all right. I can understand why you don't have an Apple Store, but I cannot understand how you don't have any Wild Cherry Pepsi in your bro. That's a crime. That should be a crime that you don't have any Wild Cherry Pepsi in your neck of the woods. That should be a damn crime, and your legislators should be locked up. They should be locked up. What is going on, bro? What is going on with that? That is terrible. That is terrible, bro. What is going on? That is absolutely terrible. Shout out to the 33 of you all who are watching and hanging out, man. I appreciate y'all being here. Expecting my special guest here any minute. Don't know when they're going to show up, but they're going to be here at some point. But we out here chilling tonight. I'm hanging with y'all. You got questions about tech. You guys questions about whatever. Hit your boy Viper up. Let me know. Let's have a chit chat. We out here. We getting it done tonight. We getting it done. Yo, right. You can't have a city without Wild. You cannot have a city without Wild Cherry Pepsi. If you don't have Pepsi in your town, you cannot be a town. You're a blip. You're like a patch of grass, man. What is going on right now? I should, Renee. I should rescue him with some Wild Cherry Pepsi, and I should build him an Apple Store. I forget where Jonathan is in Canada. I know he's in Canada somewhere, but Just the fact that you don't have these things, all right, that's disrespectful. Your people, your government is disrespectful on so many levels right now. I can't even comprehend how disrespectful they are because you don't have an Apple Store. You don't have any Wild Cherry Pepsi. What is really going on up north? What is going on right now? I don't know. Rain, are you doing live more often? Really enjoy your content? Well, normally I do this every Friday night. So every Friday night, normally, I do a live stream. I've been kind of off lately because I was on vacation and I was traveling. So there was a period a few weeks ago where I was gone for 3 weeks, but I am back regularly now. So yeah, every Friday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you will see Viper here live on YouTube. So that is my usual Friday night thing. So yes, I will be here doing my thing. Wait, what? 4-hour tour? Oh, bro, 4 hours for an Apple Store? Are you, man, bro? How, bruh? How is that even possible? Like, what? They should be canceled, Renee. 4 hours to an Apple Store, they should be canceled. They literally should be canceled for that. What the hell, bro? He said, forget free healthcare. You need an Apple Store, Renee. Oh God. Oh, Renee's hilarious. Renee, bruh. They should be. If you don't have a Wild Cherry Pepsi in your city, you deserve to be disowned, disavowed. Like Mission Impossible, we are disavowing you. You don't exist. Like, what is wrong with you? What is happening here? Disavow them, all of them, y'all. Hey, Wisdom, man. Hey, you gotta talk to Frosty Carter, man. Frosty Carter know he has a standing open invite to come join me anytime he wants on live stream. Okay. Frosty Carter knows where to find me. He know where to find me, yo. He been running for the fight. He been running for me for the past 4 years, yo. I've been trying to get him on a live stream forever since he came on here about 4 years ago. But he know where to find me, man. He be running. Also, Frosty Carter has not live streamed on his own channel in like almost a year. I don't think, man. I don't know what he's doing over there. Frosty Carter out there living his best life. He ain't care. He don't care about live streaming no more. It's sad, man. I used to love watching his live stream, but I don't know where he at. At least he still makes videos though. So as long as he's making videos, I don't really care that much. But he needs to get back on the live stream. Frosty Carter, if you're listening, the people want you back on the live stream, Frosty. Where are the Savage Sundays, baby? Let's go, Floss. Let's go. I think he just did recently he just did a Mortal Kombat live stream, but that doesn't count. Your Mortal Kombat live streams do not count, Frosty Carter. They do not count, just so you know. They don't count. They don't count. They don't count. Joseph said, damn, you would spend more on gas money getting to the store and back than what you were going to get at the store. Right. 4 hours to an Apple Store? That is crazy. Renee. In the news, Canada will cancel today when internet celebrity Viper discovered they lack Wild Cherry Pepsi. When it reached for comment, Justin Trudeau said, savage. I love it. I should put that on Twitter, y'all. I need to put that on Twitter. That's hilarious. Renee is hilarious, man. Yeah, I think he streamed Mortal Kombat. That don't count. That does not count. We do not acknowledge that live stream. Okay, we need a regular Flossie Carter live stream. Mortal Kombat does not count. No, does not count, yo. 2 to 8. Yeah, I meant the time we used to go like all night long. Those were some good times, man. Those were some damn good times, bro. That was up. Let's see. Wisdom says I spend $1,200 at the dealership in 51 and a half hours. Oh, yeah, that's crazy. Oh boy. Joseph says Canadian FedEx is probably better though. They politely decline to deliver your package. Are you sure that's Canadian FedEx or that American FedEx? Because the American FedEx declines to send deliver packages too. Although they're not that polite though. They're not that polite. I'm just saying, what are we talking about? Are we really talking about the Canadian FedEx or are we talking about the American FedEx? Because I think at this point they're one and the same. Okay, they're one and the same. Let's see. Anthony said, if you travel 4 hours in an EV bike or in an EV car, by the time you recharge, the store will be closed. Yeah, pretty much. Be screwed. Wednesday, he about to take over Frosty Carter's shot on Sunday night. Hey, do what you gotta do, man. He left it open. He left it open for y'all. So if you think you can replace the Stream Gangsta himself, you go ahead and do that, yo. Sunday nights are open. Handle that business. Handle that. Woo. So we got my man Renee out here. He's starting to expand his content, with the encryption video. He's not doing the Apple leaks and all that stuff. Leaks are cool and all, but I don't know. I think there's definitely room for different content that is outside of the normal leaking stuff that we get regularly. So I'm all for Renee. Keep doing your thing, sir. Keep doing your thing. You are the man, dude. You are the man. All right, what else is going on? Anything else going on Twitter? What else is happening? Anybody getting canceled today on Twitter? Anybody with some hot tech takes? What's going on tonight? What's going on? What's happening out here? What is going on out here? What's going on? You say, oh, Wisdom say give him a week or so. Okay, give him a week or so. All right, we'll give you a week. We'll check back in a week and see what you on, man. What's up? What's up, man? Also, once again, shout out to everybody that's watching here. I appreciate y'all watching. If you just showed up, I do have a special guest en route. I don't know when they're going to be here, but I imagine it will be of the sooner variety since we are entering the time frame that I will quote it. So be on the lookout and hang on because it should be good times. It should be fun times out here. But appreciate y'all being here tonight, rocking and rolling with your boy Viper. We are back to normal on Friday nights. I know I was gone for 3 weeks because I was on vacation and other stuff, but we are back to our regularly scheduled Friday night programming. So every Friday night from here until September, your boy Viper will be here, unless I tell you otherwise, handling business live on the YouTube. Oh, I got another question for y'all. I got another question for you all in the chat. So let me know. Did anybody in the chat pick up anything on Amazon Prime Day this week? Did you pick up anything on Prime Day? I did not, although I did pick up a couple of Amazon items today. I already showed you guys the Kindle. And I think I told you I picked up an Echo Show 10 as well. I picked those up today, though. I did not pick them up on Prime Day because I went to go trade in some tech. And I basically traded in some tech. So I went to Best Buy, traded out some tech I wasn't using anymore, got some Amazon stuff. But did any of you all pick up anything on Prime Day? Let me know in the chat. Do we have any Prime Day shoppers in the chat tonight? Let me know. Did you pick up anything on Amazon Prime Day? Genosis says, no, fam, we're not about that Prime Day life. Okay, all right. Genosis with a hard no. Oh, Joseph did. Joseph said he picked up a gift card for himself, which came with an extra $12 in Amazon credit. Oh, I heard about that. Yeah. If you pick up a $50 Amazon gift card, I heard you got $12 in credit. So that's pretty cool. Okay. Joseph got a good deal on that. All right, cool. Jonathan said, nope. All right. So I'm seeing that you all were not shoppers on Amazon Prime Day. You know, back in the day, Prime Day used to be actually something worth actually getting excited about. But lately, not so much, man. I mean, you can get good deals on Amazon products, but outside of Amazon products themselves, you don't really get much on Prime Day. So not anymore anyway, but there are some good deals to be had every now and then. But by and large, unless you're looking for Amazon products, you're not getting much on Prime Day. Let's see. Wasn't that he got a car cover and he worked for Amazon Flex. Okay. That's what's up. That is what's up. Do your thing, man. 504 said he brought a Samsung charging pad for his phone and watch. Nice. Joseph said the only deal I want from Amazon is a cheaper Prime subscription that only includes the free shipping. My man Joseph said, listen, let's cut out all the BS, you know. Just give me the Prime shipping, the free shipping. Yeah, the 2-day shipping. That man said no video, no music, no Kindle books, no nothing. I bet people will pay for that, though. I bet people will pay for Prime if it was just the shipping. Amazon would never do that, though. They would never do that. But that would be something interesting if they wanted to go that route. They could definitely make money doing that, but I don't think they would do that, though. Anthony, what's up, man? How you doing, sir? Good to see you in the chat, my dude. Hopefully you're doing well. And DB is like, who is coming on? Well, you got to wait and see who's coming on. Like, they should be here soon, hopefully, but you got to wait. You got to wait. If you were here last week, you know who's coming. But if you were not here last week, then you don't know. You just don't know. All right. Just that's what they had when they launched. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Back in the day when they first launched Amazon Prime, it was just Prime shipping, I think, and then they like broadened it out to all these other things. But I will say this: for what you get, Amazon Prime is probably one of the best values out there. Even if you don't use all the other stuff, I mean, like you get music, you get Prime Video for free, you get Kindle stuff, and you get the 2-day shipping. It's a damn good value. I'm not going to say it's not a good value, but there's definitely a lot of fluff on there that people probably don't even use. There's some stuff on there that I know I don't use. I think they got some Amazon Fresh services on there too, which I know I would never use. But by and large, it's still a good value. So I don't have anything to complain about when it comes to Amazon Prime, but Definitely a lot of fluff out there for sure. And Anthony is in the chat trying to get canceled. This man tries to get canceled on a weekly basis. Bro, listen, man, listen. Just because you don't like In-N-Out does not mean it's overrated, okay? In-N-Out is one of the greatest burgers in the history of the country, okay? I need you to calm down and respect In-N-Out. You need to put some respect on In-N-Out's name, my dude. Dude, we hate out here. You hate out here. BG said the only way they selling BS services. Damn. Tell us how you really feel. Oh, with the Amazon Prime, the joke, I shop 10 months a year. Ooh, y'all are savage out here, yo. Y'all are savage out here. Trent said every day is Amazon Day. I mean, for some folks it is. Yo. All right, let's see. 504 said you're going to take the Prime Video and like it. Is In-N-Out faster than Five Guys? Probably. I don't know. I don't really do Five Guys, so I can't tell you, but I would say probably. Let's see. Tech Level Mama says she wanted a couple of things, but I got paid the next day after Prime Day. Oh, that sucks. Ugh. Hate it when that happens. Renee said, Trent said we need memes. Viper isn't in enough danger right now. Yo, Roberto Blake is in the building. What's up, sir? How you doing, man? Roberto Blake, I told you in Coffee Talk, I'm going to tell you again, my dude. We are definitely overdue for some live streaming, Roberto. We're overdue, my dude. I don't know what you're doing on Sunday, Roberto, but you know, your boy Viper has free time. If you got the free time, I am available. See, Albert understands. In-N-Out is I don't know if it's the best, but it's definitely among the best, okay? My man, Albert understands that In-N-Out is among the best burgers in the country. I will not hear any In-N-Out slander, okay? We will not have any In-N-Out slander on the stream. Stop it. What? No, they don't. No, they don't. I mean, I think you're lying, but okay, you're my man lying. Renee. Renee, God. Oh my God. Renee must be protected at all costs. Somebody protect Renee at all costs, yo. Protect that man. Just the Amazon Prime is like cable. You want one channel, you're paying for 100 more. Man. Oh, bro, what's going on, man? Oh, man. Shots fired on the live stream. Yo. Renee said like Shake Shack. I had Shake Shack once. It's all right. It's okay. And I'm not too hyped about it, but it's cool. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's all right. Okay. I got you, my dude. Hold on, me 1 second here. I got you. All right. Okay. Let me do my thing here. Let me roll up out here. Let me roll up my here. Let me see what we got out here. Oh, you know what? This is not gonna work because it's been another person that has been on here for a while. My goodness, y'all gotta stop neglecting Viper, man, because y'all be dropping down to my Twitter. You know, it's my neglect Viper when they drop down in the Twitter DMs. I gotta go searching, yo. I gotta go searching for people like, yo, y'all be neglecting Viper out here. It's all good. I'm just messing. It's all good though. All right, where we at? I have not been smirched to Shaq. I said it's okay. It was all right. It's okay. Jonathan Viper, I love to see you do tier lists on the stream sometime. I don't eat out fast food that much anymore, man. So I don't really have a list per se. Probably I would say that if you want to talk about the best burger, I would say probably that Wendy's is up there. I don't know if they're the best, and they're definitely not better than In-N-Out. But as far as Wendy's, McDonald's, Burger King, and all that stuff goes, Wendy's probably has the best burger for sure. Because Wendy's is legit. I like Wendy's. Joseph said that Viper, if I don't see a car coming from you in the morning, I call Chicago PD to check to make sure you're okay. Oh, I'm good, bro. I'm good. Best mic for YouTube. Man, I think it's more about your environment and how far away the mic is from your mouth and all that stuff. But I think the best starter mic from any YouTuber is the Blue Yeti. The Blue Yeti, even today, is still probably the best starter mic out here. But you know what? I'm probably going to bring on somebody that knows a little bit more about YouTube gear than I do. Another person that has not been on the live stream in a while, although this person is not the surprise tonight, oddly enough. He is not the surprise tonight, but he's still here to join. He hasn't been here in a while. I got to welcome back. Let's welcome back. Actually, no, he's been here. He was here a lot too long ago. But anyway, let's welcome back the man, the myth, the legend himself, the Emperor, Roberto Blake is here. What's up, sir? What is all sound effects, y'all? What is all sound effects?
With my own sound effects. What's up, Viper? How's my audio coming in?
Coming in good, man. Coming in good.
Good. Excellent.
Break that down. How you been?
I've been all right. It's I spent today editing. That's what I did. I spent today editing.
Okay. How do you not have an editor? Are you one of the people that just don't want to give it up, or you just like haven't found somebody that can edit to your level?
It's both. It's like when you get very good and you get very fast, you're harder to replace.
That's true.
It's like, yeah, my workflow is I have one of the most efficient and fastest editing workflows in YouTube. It's like I literally edited the rough cuts. I didn't finish, like, because somewhere between 11 a.m. and like 2:30 p.m. I finished editing rough cuts and doing color grading for like 4 different videos, and they're all over around 15 to 20 minutes long. There's almost nobody who can do that.
Yeah, true. All right.
If I had worked all day on them, I would literally have 4 or 5 videos edited and complete for YouTube. 4K edit, color grade, sound design, motion graphics, B-roll. 4 videos, all over 15 minutes with all of the trimmings. If I worked all day today and put in an 8-hour day, it would be done. I'd have 4 or 5 videos completely done. I
believe you. I'm gonna put you on full screen real quick. Dwayne wants to, not wants to, but he would shout out your hat. That's a nice hat you got going on there.
Oh yeah, no, this is available in my merch store, robertoblake.com/shirts. Pretty cool. Yeah, you can grab yourself a creator hat. You got a creator t-shirt there. Yep, all the much.
That's up, man. No, so I saw the announcement that you will be returning to Vince Summit in a speaking role this year. I like it. I like it. I myself will be there as well, so we get to link up again, which will be pretty nice.
We'll be emceeing and everything like that. We'll be reunited, and it feels so good. Yeah.
Also, I'm glad that you got that situation sorted out with your gear that got taken from you. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, insurance for the win. You always buy the insurance. I know everyone. I get criticism like it's like, dude, you spend too much on insurance and warranties and everything. No, it always ends up being that I ended up needing them in some way. So, like warranties and insurance for everything. Warranties and insurance for stuff for the house, for the gear, for the business. It's like all the things. It's like I don't play around. Like, and people like again like penny pinching on insurance and warranties. It's like no. It like the amount I paid is a fraction of covering what my costs were. So they made me whole, dude. It was $9,000. It was over $9,500 worth of gear, and people think that's insane, but it's like they stole 2 cameras, and they were Sony A7 Mark IVs. These cameras right now, if you try to get these cameras, these are $2,600 a piece right now. So that's over $5,000 in the cameras. Lenses. 24 to 70 millimeter G Master lens and a 24 millimeter G Master lens combined. Those 2 lenses combined, a whopping $3,500. So right there, you're almost at the peak there. And then I had the good memory cards. I had them CF Express Type A cards, and I had them Sony Tough. And I had them Sony Tough cards. Yeah. So like they almost got me for almost $1,000 in the memory cards alone, because it's 2 memory cards and 2 cameras each.
Those memory cards like $400 a pop. That's
how we got to like $9,600. So the insurance covered everything, my homie. The insurance
that's amazing.
So I reordered all of my gear, and I went ahead and I said, you know what? As long as I'm ordering replacing this gear, I went ahead and I got myself the new 16 to 35 millimeter while I'm at it. And I went ahead and I got a Sigma 24 to 70 while I was at it, since it's half the cost of the G Master. But I went ahead when they gave me the money to replace my gear. Since my old G Master was the Mark 1, I bought the new Mark 2.
Nice.
So I'm back and better.
So since you are a camera survivor, I'm gonna ask you this because there was a camera question in the chat earlier. But before we get to the camera question, y'all, our special guest of the evening has just arrived here. So it has been over 2 years since my man has been on the live stream, man. He is a hard person to track down. He's all Hollywood now. He's world famous, but he giving us some time tonight. So allow me to reintroduce the man, the myth, probably one of the most accurate Apple insiders and badass tech creators you will ever meet. John Prosser has returned. What's up, bro? It's been too long, John. It's been too long, sir.
There you go. Hello.
Hello.
Long time no see. This
Way
is my
too long,
illustrious
my dude.
return.
Oh wow,
Wait,
this is
Paul.
nostalgic as hell.
It doesn't
Hey,
sound-
Roberto.
It's been a minute. I probably haven't seen you as long as Viper has. Like,
Probably, dude. I feel like anytime like this is like OG Friday Night Viper.
really is.
Roberto and I, which means we're going for 8 hours.
No, we're not. No, we're
no,
not.
we're not.
We're not doing that. But I am so glad to have you here. So thank you, man.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
thanks for having me.
No problem. So Roberto, the question I'm going to ask you about camera. Somebody early in the chat asked that they said they have a 6400. They have a Sony A6400, and they want to do in-car content, and they wanted to know what the best lens they should get is for in-car content.
Wait, lens? The best lens?
Yeah, the best lens.
God.
And they're in a car.
Yeah, they're in the car.
Oh, I don't love that because distracted driving is a thing, but you got to go with a wide angle lens. So if they're super on a budget, little, on the like conservative or brokey side, then 16 millimeter Sigma is a perfect companion to a 6400 because it's there for the crop and it's like gets you that ultra wide. They could go. Sony did release a new wide angle zoom APS-C. I think it's a 16 to 35 or an 18 to 20 something. Like Sony released a new lens, so I would get I'd get either the Sigma on the cheap or I'd get the new Sony wide angle zoom lens.
Or just get a GoPro if you're in the car.
That would be ideal for the car. You do have to work a little harder to edit GoPro footage, but yeah.
Okay. Trent's also suggesting a 10 to 18
Yeah, that's the new Sony. I think that's the new Sony lens. Is the 10 to 18 f4 is the new Sony lens.
Gotcha. They said Andrew will use a 16 millimeter Hermes Gucci bag. He would. He would. Yeah, he would.
Oh, hey, Renee.
Yeah, Renee's in the building too.
I'm surprised Renee's not in here.
Renee is more than welcome. I don't know what he's doing tonight, but Renee, if you want to come chat, you know what to do. John, I gotta ask you, bro. What the hell? Yes. What the hell is Elon doing, John? What is Elon Musk doing right now? What is he doing, John?
Oh God, that man never had the intention to find Twitter.
Are you
Like,
so sure?
I'm pretty sure. Like on Genius Bar, like when it was first announced, I was like, he's bluffing. He's bluffing, and then of course, like, then he put in the actual offer, and then Twitter starts approving it, and then of course everyone comes at me. They're like, oh, I thought he was bluffing. I thought he was bluffing. Look who's not bluffing now. But now here we are. This is the end result, and it's just. And now, wasn't the most recent news he's trying to push the court case until February next year? I
What?
think.
Really? Oh my.
Yeah, he's asking for the court date to be pushed. Like when this goes to court, to have it happen next year.
Interesting. Why do you think that is?
If I had to guess, I would guess it's the amount of money at stake right now. I mean, no one.
So you think he needs that time to liquidate
either liquidate or just
or raise?
raise, yeah, or even if it's just like
RO.
okay, if he's not. I mean, do you guys think that Twitter could force, like, okay, let's say he's committed to backing out. Do you think Twitter forces his hand at this point?
No, I don't think they can. I don't think they have I don't think the courts are amenable to platforms like this that are virtual government, and I don't think they'd be looked at as the victim in this situation. It sets a very bad precedent to allow a company like Twitter that represents a virtual government to be able to force a private citizen into doing anything for those financial stakes. They worry about precedents in these cases, and again, they're not going to be very amenable to Twitter, because again, you have to remember that all of these platforms de facto to being virtual government, whether people want to admit that or not, their size gives them the power, authority, and leverage of nation states outright. And they have the in many cases, their profits or their valuations put them at the same level as nation states. So I don't think that a court is going to cede to them the frame of the victim.
Do you think that this kills Twitter? Because that's another option. Well, hang on, hear me out, because this was what I was worried about from the beginning: is that he's bluffing, he pulls out, and not only did they lose their biggest investor when he was like, okay, I'll just buy the whole thing. So he pulls out from that. originally he was just investing. He pulls out from that. Now he's going to buy the whole thing, and now he's pulling out from that. And what I'm worried about is it drops the stock just enough for it to be swooped up by, just hypothetically, let's say a Mark Zuckerberg.
Oh Lord, please no.
Yeah,
that would be terrible.
But I mean, Mark wouldn't want to. That's an ideal scenario for Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah,
it's always been like, I mean, after MySpace and
he'd be
Google
stopped
Plus,
on the grounds of monopoly. He'd be stopped on the grounds of monopoly.
You think so? Because he's already, I mean, he already has Instagram and WhatsApp. And
that was already before, but that was before you had this administration and before you had this particular, I forget her name, but she's oversight on that idea, and she's trying to go after big tech and she's like said in her own words, she views them as monopolies and oligarchies. So she's using that language and everything. Yay, having millennials in office. But I don't think that would be, I don't think that the way that this current administration, or even an administration that would be under Trump or DeSantis, would be amenable to allowing that kind of acquisition to go through. Trump and DeSantis, if they get a cut of it, maybe. But the thing is, I don't think a situation like that. And then the other reason is I don't think that Twitter I don't think that Twitter goes away, because I think at this point, and again, I can't prove this, but I get the sense that almost every one of these major platforms at this point is, if not cooperating, collaborating, would outright be colluding with government on some level. And so I don't think that they, as long as they play within the rules and the lines of that, I don't see how it's in their advantage. And I don't think like Twitter would go away, because that would mean too many people losing power and the leverage that Twitter provides them politically. And in terms of media, Twitter's an ally for them. Yeah. So I don't see it going away. And they've done a good job of making it less of a liability for them. So it's a good weapon and a good tool. No one's going to take a weapon out of their arsenal, in my opinion.
A very interesting thing that has happened since this was announced, and I mean, there's no real reason for people to know this, but so I talk with a lot of people that work at Twitter, and a good example of what this has caused behind the scenes is the verification team. A lot of them have been dispersed to other teams because a lot of people have left the platform, and so a lot of the verification stuff right now is happening automatically just by, just machine stuff. There's no real team that is there sort of overseeing that right now. And I'm sure there will be like in the future, but I know right now things are really tight. There are, I don't want to say any names, but there are, if you wanted to like, I'm sure, I'm sure if you really wanted to, you could Google it or like look really far into it, investigate it. But there are some really high up names at Twitter that, I talked to when the announcement happened, and everyone sort of freaked out. And then as things progressed, they put in their resignations. And so
I saw a big exodus.
Yeah.
Friends of mine, the only contacts I had at Twitter, they all left.
Yeah, I'd say maybe 60-70% of my contacts left, and they went elsewhere, or they're still looking. A lot of them went elsewhere. Some other big names, big companies, but that is how very much against Elon's sort of attitude they were. They all left, and of course now hindsight, right, with seeing him backing out of the deal, I wonder if they regret leaving. At the time, though, they thought it was their best decision, and like I said, a lot of people have other jobs now; they're working elsewhere. So, I don't know. I know that things are sort of in turmoil right now, and very, very much up in the air internally at Twitter. And I don't think people really recognize that or give that any sort of weight. Like, especially people like I see complaining about verification and like, oh, I applied and then I got denied like 10 minutes later. That's because it's not people anymore. Everyone is spread so thin there that it's like, it's chaos there right now.
Well, I've always said that these platforms are understaffed. And again, if you do view them as, okay, wait, these are entities that, again, I refer to and other people refer to as virtual government. Well, let's think about the staffing of how our own government operates with a much smaller constituency than some of these platforms have. I would say that the population of the United States and the user base of Twitter are about roughly neck and neck. I'd say there's about enough monthly average Twitter users to equal the entire population of the United States of America, which is still smaller than almost every other platform. Like that's not enough to break Twitter into the top 5. That doesn't even put Twitter in top 5. Top 5 are all in like billions of users, right? So how do you justify the staffing of something that big and that monstrous to the extent it is? Like how we know YouTube only has like about roughly 6,000 employees, and then you had your troubles because the security team, when your channel was hacked, thank God you got it back. But think about how badly the security team is staffed and how understaffed and underpowered they are, as much as people complain about YouTube. So then if you look at all these other platforms, you look like at Twitter, staffing and talent issues are a real thing, and these platforms are too big to be as understaffed as they are. There's not a single one of these platforms that, in my opinion, should have less than 30,000 employees at the ready. Because if you really think about what it takes to accommodate hundreds of millions of people, let alone billions of people, and not drop the ball, that's what it is.
Yeah. And I feel like, on the surface, it's all memes and jokes and stuff, but people don't realize, like, there's real people behind this that were that concerned about it that a lot of them left their positions, that they had been at, a lot of these people worked at Twitter for years. And just
what did they think was going to happen, or what was communicated to you that they were so worried about that they decided to upend their entire lives? What did they think was going to happen with a change of leadership that was so important to upend their lives?
It depends. Some people were worried about Elon cleaning house was the term that was used for, because keep in mind that Elon, I don't know if it's just the sort of aura that Elon puts out that, it's all a conspiracy theory. Like everyone is like left leaning there, and everyone has an agenda there. So they were worried that Elon was going to clean house without bias and just start replacing people or sizing down. And then there was also a big handful of them, I don't know, probably more than half of them, that just don't like Elon and the way he conducts business, and so they wanted out.
Is that enough of a reason? Because correct me if I'm wrong, if someone's fired, they typically in this situation get severance, right?
Yeah.
Isn't it better in that situation to be fired than to quit?
I think a lot of people leverage the current position. Like, I know one. I don't want to say the company, but I know one person. Yeah, one person resigned, and by the time he put in his resignation papers officially, he had an offer from another yellow themed social networking platform.
So, I mean, I guess when it's like, if you're in a higher level position, or if you're like an engineer, or you're a VP, or someone like that, I guess depending on how high up the totem pole you are, there could be a bidding war.
They were
for
a
you.
Product lead.
Yeah, you can be a bidding, or if you're a product lead, you can be a bidding war when you can have a bidding war for you when it comes to being talent, because you can market yourself. You can market yourself as a talent, which I think is, yes, there are real people in these situations, but I also think it's interesting to, like, it depends on what level you are on the totem pole, where you have the luxury of saying, oh, screw severance, I'll have another job in a week and it'll be paying equal. But I also think that I've read a lot about people because of the Great Resignation that have left like good jobs and thought that they could leverage this situation in the talent pool, that are now having regrets, because you always think the grass is greener. And what people take for granted a lot of times is the reason, if you're leaving something because you think that there's going to be instability, it makes sense. Elon coming in could be chaos.
I mean, it's chaos right now, and he's not even in there.
Right. It's chaos I think it's chaos if you're emotional about it, because I think if you're like a product lead, an engineer, a developer, you could just ignore all of this and you could focus on the mission and focus on your job and focus on your numbers, focus on your code, and focus on the people you lead and manage and stuff like that. You could emotionally divest from it and be stoic about it. And because and at the end of the day, it is a job. Right. You could go that route. And I'm not nothing against anyone who doesn't. I'm just saying you could just divorce yourself from the thing entirely if your whole thing is managing chaos, because changing jobs. I think people take for granted that changing a job is one of the most chaotic decisions in your adult life ever. Even if you think you're getting paid more, even if it's like it's just a new situation. And it's also hard to judge that on the surface, once the honeymoon is over, that this job won't be worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot. Yeah, there's a lot of uncertainty. Even right now, there's a lot of uncertainty going on because
Where do you stand, Viper? Like, I don't think I have your stance on Elon and that whole takeover.
Yeah, my stance is I don't know why he went after Twitter, and I don't like him as head of Twitter. I don't like that idea at all. I like Twitter the way it is. I don't really want it to be changed. So I'm glad that he's backing out. What happens after the whole back out situation is completed, I don't know. But Elon away from Twitter, it's better for all of us, I think.
I disagree. I mean, because here's my thing. Jack Dorsey founded Twitter, and he thought that Elon was the best thing for Twitter. The person who built the thing, I think, knows the I mean, I have a bias here because we're all creators. I don't think that anybody knows better than the people who build or create the thing that they made about what's good for the thing that they made. But I have a bias because, again, as a creator, I'm going to say the person who built something or founded something or made something knows better. I'm always going to believe that. So if Jack Dorsey says that from his perspective, and he left Twitter and was kind of backing Elon on this, and he said that the board was destroying the platform and created a lot of the things that people don't like about Twitter, the situations that they did. If Jack said, in which he said, I quote, like, I believe that Elon is the best solution, I would believe Jack because he founded and built the thing with his own two hands.
Well, yeah, but Jack also thought 140 characters was enough for a long time, so.
I don't know that. I don't know. Like, sometimes I regret that we have. Like, sometimes I think that we.
Do you remember when you could only text into Twitter?
I was a member of Twitter when you could only text into Twitter.
Yeah, I mean that's what it was. That's why tweets were so short, because you would just text a number.
And also because of data. Back then, you were still charged based on data rates back then.
Mm-hmm.
So it was economical. It was like making sure people didn't end up having this big old Twitter bill coming. Yeah. So I agree. So innovation is great. And again, I mean, I do like that we have threads now and we have all these nice things, but at the same time, there were concerns Elon brought up that I think a lot of people agree with, a lot of users agree with. I know some users don't, but you can't please everybody. But I do think also that any platform that's a virtual government should be much more neutral and much less politically involved and should be more fair.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I do like that some of the steps that Twitter was taking, they were taking, especially during the election time, where they were trying to quell misinformation and things, and labeling tweets as, this person's not an official government source and this and that. And then they were
too selective about that. They pick and choose.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
You don't like that?
If they were going to be fair about it.
Yes. I don't like the platform being able to tell me what is misinformation and what is not.
And I don't. And the thing is, I don't think they have the capacity to qualify that, because facts change in real time, and a lot of stuff they said was misinformation is now being confirmed as not being misinformation. Yeah. Facts change in real time. They don't do anything about retractions of that, and they cherry pick who they think are qualified and good sources all the time. And also a lot of this stuff is subject to manipulation, because John Prosser himself right here has proven how often the media can be manipulated and duped into spreading misinformation with their verified source and their verified check mark with no one buying an eyelash. John has shown that these people don't always do their due diligence. And then we have reporters from Washington Post and New York Times and everything like that claiming stuff, like claiming they talked to or requested comment from the legal YouTubers, and then they did the worst thing they could possibly do. Someone stupid enough to say, I spoke to, and they're a damn lawyer on YouTube, and you're gonna sit there and pretend that you reached out for comment when you didn't. Come on now. And these are the highest forms of publications, the verified sources that Twitter and all these virtual governments are supposed to trust, and that they want us to trust. And we can't even trust them to tell the truth about verifying their information or reaching out for comment. Something as benign as whether you reached out for comment or not, you're gonna lie, and then you're gonna throw editors under the bus and then get called out and then play victim. Come on now. Come on now.
I know you're talking about it. It's hilarious. I know exactly what you're talking about, Roberto. It's so hilarious.
So don't do it. So again, should the platforms deciding what a credible source is? I don't think so. They can't do it fairly. They can't do it without bias. And the thing is, if they were going to be held accountable by someone like Elon, I might believe it at that point. Someone who who can give a real consequence and not give an F, yeah. That's
it's not the idea, it's the execution. The idea is great, the concept is great. Unfortunately, I have yet to see any social media platform pull it off correctly. Like, what is labeled misinformation on Facebook is different than the misinformation on Twitter. And why is that? Like, if we take a step back, you should be able to ask yourself, why is there a discrepancy, and who gets to decide what is misinformation? And a lot of times it's just like some dude that they're not even attached to the information or any of that stuff. They're just some dude like in charge of design at Twitter. They're just like, I picked this color blue because it makes me feel like this. Also, this is a misinformation.
You could be in compliance with the policy on one platform, but be distributed across all of them. And if they have these inconsistent ways of enforcing policies and inconsistent standards, then your thing is legit and credible on one platform, but deemed misinformation on another. And then what is the consumer supposed to think when they see your thing is labeled disinformation on one platform and not on another, when there's no consistency in the enforcement? But then if we have consistency in enforcement, do we really want these platforms colluding? Do we really want these platforms colluding? And then who decides standards? I think there should be standards of some things, because again, I think we should have influencer standards, much like we have IAB standards for advertising, the Internet Advertising Bureau. I love that there's standards of consistency of how digital advertising is supposed to be done, and that we have consistency in formats. Relatively, the market is bidding based, so like there's not necessarily consistency in price, but that's fine because highest bidder, and we know that going in. But also there's not consistency in like things like brand deals and influencer standards. Influencers get screwed on that because there aren't standards, but also consumers get screwed when there aren't standards. And when platforms can't be transparent, consistent, and honest, and have a line that where we all can kind of agree to as a baseline, you have these problems. So I'd rather they don't do it at all if they can't make that work. And if they can't do it in a way that they can prove is not unbiased. If they can't do that, then don't bother.
Agreed. We're on the same page.
Hey, John. Did Mark ever take you up on your $1,000 offer?
He's a baby man.
You didn't take you up on the offer, huh? Damn.
No, and you know what? I get comments and like tweets are like, "Wow, John seems really obsessed." They don't understand. I'm responding to Mark Gurman. Like, it's not the other way around. This is my response to him. I stay back. I don't say anything. And he has these tweet replies and these really like sly remarks. And I don't say anything. And the second I do, I'm the crazy one. And so I'm like, instead of just going back and forth on Twitter and on my show, just come on Genius Bar and let's talk. That's it. And then this can all go away. And so I offered him $1,000. And he hasn't said it. Of course, he just pretends it doesn't exist because that's the Mark Gurman thing to do until everyone calms down he has another sly remark.
What's the origin of this blood feud?
The blood feud.
Yeah.
He's just I think it's because I was disruptive of traditional media. I think that's where it stems from.
To be fair, you were a force of mass disruption. That's ridiculous.
I mean that's what it is. Like, a YouTuber that tells like dick jokes on the internet should not have the level of access that I have, and that's where it stems from. A lot of the traditional media websites are upset at me and have been upset with me because of that. It just so happens that a lot of the traditional publications and the writers for those publications, have talked to me privately and we're cool. And Gurman just hasn't got on the. This is the way it is. He hasn't gotten on this is the way it is and everything like that. And that you earned your seat at the table and everything like that. He's also very his position has his mind clouded and how important he is. And I think that
blinded by your arrogance.
Yes, that. I think that he's just Mark Gurman is better than everybody else, and eventually one day he will learn that maybe he's not. Maybe he's just like the rest of us.
Well, I've always said that people should stop thinking they're special and prove it.
Yeah, he's special. He's been special since he was a kid because he's been doing this since he was a kid, and that's how it works. But that's why I think it'd be beneficial for us to just talk and stop. I mean, one of us is trying to talk like men, and one of us isn't. So you just.
Oh, you went there. You went there. Wow.
And listen, if he doesn't take my money privately or personally, like he doesn't want my $1,000, thank you for the sound clips. I am going to offer more money to a charity of his choice. I mean, there's no reason he doesn't need $1,000. It's not like we personally need the money.
Mhm.
So how can you turn down a charity? Someone's offering charity to go.
Oh, wow, that's
money
always
to go to your favorite charity.
Oh,
Like,
that's-
how can
that's
you say no
rough.
to kids? You know what I mean?
That's rough. That's rough. That's a really interesting corner to paint the guy into there.
This
Just
man
saying.
is trying to punk this dude. Like, yo, I will donate money to
Trying.
a
But
charity.
that's the thing. Like
Trying, succeeding.
every time he says something, like he always gets like he made fun of me like last week, the week before, and he got quote unquote ratioed, as the kids say, because every time he says something and I one up him, like he doesn't realize this is my job. I make fun of things and I make fun of people for a living. That's what I do. I put on a show. And so if you don't want to be in the middle of the show, if you don't want me to use you for content, then just don't participate, and it won't have to happen that way. But right now I'm offering you $1,000 to be part
That's
of the
why I
podcast.
always tell people, it's like, you know what? The simple answer, I tell people all the time, the simple answer is just don't respond. Like if
Yeah.
there's anything that becomes like beef or drama or even criticism, valid or not valid, your simplest answer is not to respond, because a response becomes content.
Yeah. I mean, but
Yeah.
that's my job is to be over the that's how I got here. My job is to be over the top. And
Yeah.
if you want to play with fire, let's go. Let's play. That is
Yo,
my response.
Like no, the person who's like the quote unquote like straight man or the traditionalist has no business dealing with like the comedian or the disruptor. It's not going to end
No.
well for them. It's not going
Very,
to end
very
well for
bad
them.
idea.
It's a bad idea. You
I
literally
shaved
are
off my
just
eyebrows for fun.
yeah. It's like
That
that's
is
not
something
somebody
you want to
to.
mess with.
It's like no, it's not someone you mess with. It's like you don't go to the mattresses with somebody like that. You stay in your lane. You stay in your lane. With the stodgy traditionalist old farts and their standards and everything like that. You don't come down and get into you. Now again, you're gonna fade off into the sunset and be irrelevant, but you're gonna at least ride out with your dignity. If you
Yeah.
come down here, like you ain't keeping even that, and you're
Yeah.
still gonna
And
fade
I
and
will-
be irrelevant.
I will I'll have him on the podcast, and I won't make people pay $35 a month for it. So
oh,
Ooh.
wow.
So see, again, these are these things. It's these like gatekeepers. And, like, by the way, I have nothing against paid walled content, but it's gatekeepers and this
myself in
thing, and it's
trouble
so
here, Viking.
frustrating. And it's so frustrating because they will not respect independent content creators. And the thing is, when they don't respect independent content creators, they're not respecting the will of the audience, and they have no problem kind of dunking on the same people that they're asking money from by disrespecting them, by saying that they just like these creators because they don't know better, or they don't have any taste, or that it's like stop crying that you're losing ratings and views and that these people are bigger than you. It's like stop crying. It's like play the game or shut the F up.
Yo, let me jump here real quick. Speaking of podcasts, LFA has a good point. Y'all should definitely go check out the VidIQ podcast I did with John this week. It is out now on all podcast outlets. And the ironic thing about this whole situation is that I actually had Mark Gurman on my podcast a few years ago.
Oh, did you?
So it's not like he's a person coming and talking to a creator. I think you just wrote.
Yeah, like anytime, like he was on the Mac Rumors podcast and like openly made fun of, I basically just outright accused me of lying about like the Apple Watch and stuff like that. And I'm like, bro, like you say that when I can't be on the podcast to defend myself, but the second I do say something, you step back and it's like you don't care, you're above it, and all that. Bro, you said the same thing. That's how this is like. This is how we got here, because he tweeted Ian. Ian's like, "Is the watch flat?" And he's like, "I don't know, based on the source of your renders." Like, bro, you said the same thing that I said, but 7 months after I said it, 48 hours before an Apple event, even closer to the Apple event than I said it, and took it a step further. You said the whole thing, the screen and the sides were going to be flat. How do you forget? It's like.
You have the screenshots though. You caught him in 4K.
Of course, dude. You know me, Roberto. I've had that in my favorites, in my favorite album for months, just waiting.
Yeah.
Waiting. It's like I have the nuclear codes, but it's just best for both of us if I don't, engage with that. But listen, I had the codes and I had to make it clear. I've been waiting.
Hey,
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is.
speaking of Apple and Apple related things, John, Johnny Ive and Apple are officially no more. They are.
Yeah, good.
You're not the first person I've heard this from. I think
Good.
Sarah Dici tweeted out something similar. She was like, "Yeah, you can."
Listen, all I'm saying is if you go and look at the last MacBook Pro that Johnny Ive had a hand in, and you look at the new one, That you
That
will
was
see
the
an
result.
SD card slot, and that is all you need to know.
The Johnny Ives MacBook Pro was like when I made that satirical Dear
Oh,
Apple
Lord.
breakup video.
Yes.
Remember that? I got like 60,000 views on that, and that
Uh-huh.
was me trying comedy, which I don't do. So like that was fun. So like yeah,
That's
it's
all
like
you need to know. We have an
Yeah.
SD card slot now.
I'm back. Hey, look, it's like look, they got me. They got 5. They got they got 5 bands out of me. They got $5,000 MacBook Pro. They got 5 bands out of me.
Oh,
So like
it
so they clearly better off. They
It
clearly
was
better.
good
They got 5
while it
bands.
lasted. Thank you, Johnny I, for everything you did, but it's time to go make cars or whatever you want to do.
Sony's the only people who've ever gotten like 5 bands out of me like that. Like it's so Apple is like, yeah.
Now we just need a Sony Book Pro.
hey, don't kid around. They might do it. They might be making the best phones on the not.
Careful, Roberto.
They might be. Think about look as far as that camera goes. As far if you care about the camera in your
doesn't
phone,
the iPhone still use Sony sensors?
Yep. I believe
Yes.
so.
so they really are making the best.
Yeah,
Like when you
that is
no
true.
cap,
What is
no
that?
cap. But even that Sony Xperia phone, if like from an Android perspective, like all right, try to rationalize to me how the Sony Xperia phone, if money is no object, may not be the best Android phone on the market. If you have an unlimited budget, and you're going to rock an Android, tell me how the Sony Xperia phone, if you're a content creator, is not the best phone if you're going to rock Android.
I mean, I guess if you're just using it as a tool, but at the end of the day, my phone is still my phone, and I care more about the software than the hardware.
If you're a content creator though, and you want okay, I can literally plug this into mount it on top of my Sony camera and live stream, control the stream and stream from my camera, my actual Sony camera mounted with my phone and use that as a live streaming thing right there. That's really dope as far as an ecosystem play. And then if you're a Sony shooter, that's an ecosystem play. And most content creators now.
But if you're a
all moved
Sony
to
shooter,
Sony.
you probably don't need your phone to create content.
No, you're not using it for that. You're using it to so I don't know if you know that with the Sony Xperia phones, you can do the live stream from your camera from your Sony camera, and the phone will do the streaming, and using the camera as the source, the your Sony camera as the source. So this becomes, instead of you having to you can basically do what you do when you try to stream with a laptop, but portable.
That's a very niche.
I'm saying if you're a creator, I'm saying if you're a content creator, and most content creators now are rocking Sony, that's oh, hell yeah. That's
Sony really, is this a new thing within the last couple years where Sony is the de facto, because even I'm shooting on an FX3 now.
I wouldn't say last year, probably last 4 or 5 years. Yeah, Sony's definitely been taking over.
They became the leaders, dude. Everyone is fighting to keep up with them. They became the leaders. And they told me personally, I talked to the product leads at Sony. They told me they're coming for creators straight up. And it's and they don't care. They'll even cannibalize their own product line. They're not Canon and Nikon. They don't care. They will give you more features for less money, and they don't care. They want to have the best camera at every price point. And they told me they don't care. They will have they told me straight up, they will have the best camera at every single price point. And they went all with one mount, just one mount. So you don't have to worry about all that, converter nonsense and everything like that. And dude, every single year, more and more photographers that I know that have been diehard Canon and Nikon, because they're becoming content creators, are saying screw it and go into Sony.
Well, the issue for me for the longest time was their color science, but that seems to be fixed.
Yeah.
Roberto, apparently there was Catherine Manning was doing a live stream for Nikon. I guess Nikon trying to get back in the game. What are your thoughts on Nikon?
I was originally technically I was originally a Konica Minolta guy, and then Sony bought them. And then I was a Nikon guy, and I like Nikon as a company, and I was a Nikon shooter for many, many years, and they trying to come back in the game, and they are doing some nice things. And they got these new Z mount lenses and stuff like that, but they still are making the problem. They still have the same problem that they've always had. They're making different lens mounts for these crop versus full frame sensors, and making people go through that, and to some extent. And then also they still are clinging to their DSLR line and their legacy glass instead of just going all in on mirrorless. And then they still are making these cameras without flip screens. Now they just did the new one with a flip screen, and it's affordable, the Z30, and that's great, and it's dope. But they just need to just go in on these flip screens and stop making so many cameras. The Z line, They made the Z line and they still were clinging to the idea of photographers who will stay behind the camera to shoot video and not people who get in front of the camera. And so they made these very expensive initial mirrorless Z cameras and didn't have the flippy screen. And I think it was a mistake, because if you have to choose between a camera with a flippy screen at the same price as a camera without a flippy screen, you're picking the flippy screen.
Every time.
Yep.
Every time. Hey, John. So every year, oh, go ahead.
No, I'm just repeating you. Go ahead.
I'll say, so every year since I've known you, you have made a joke, at least in one of your videos around Prime Day, that we're not doing no Prime Day content on Front Page.
Oh my God, we're not.
So, and I know you have a special relationship with Amazon since you used to work with Amazon.
Yeah.
But my question, my question,
Roberto knows. He's laughing.
my question, John, is, what are your actual thoughts on Prime Day? Have you ever got anything on Prime Day, or are you just like, I'm not doing any of this shit?
No, I do not participate in Prime Day. I know a lot of stuff that occurs on Prime Day that is not on the up and up, and I will leave it at that for the sake of not getting sued. But yeah.
You mean like allegedly how like
you can say it and I can just nod.
You mean how allegedly something is discounted from its a price that it never was sold at to begin with? You mean like how the only thing that's really, really discounted in any significant way is their own products, allegedly. And that obviously they have the least amount of cost on that, and that they do preference to their own products and products that they have a direct affiliate relationship with. You mean like that? You mean how
maybe
allegedly, and you mean like how allegedly Prime Day is the best data aggregate for them to get information to know whose products to clone and then release next year. Allegedly,
and also allegedly how maybe the prices of allegedly, of course, the prices of certain products are raised a week before, so that when they come down the week after, it looks legit.
Wow. Okay.
Allegedly.
And how allegedly they always manage to not discount products that directly compete in the same vertical as the.
Of course. Whoa! Check this out. We got my man iPhone out here.
Oh, hey,
how you doing, man? Good to see you, dude. Appreciate the super chat, man. Man, I don't think I've ever seen one of these live chats, man. So appreciate you.
I like how Roberto and I get into a Friday Night Viper, and like suddenly we're just getting ourselves in trouble.
Yeah.
Oh, you too? Never.
The Mark Gurman thing.
Oh, we always up to no good. We get together. We always up to no good.
Oh my God, too funny. Too funny.
We solemnly swear that we up to no good.
Roberto, I think it was for Viper's podcast. I had referenced a phone call that you and I had because you're Roberto. Viper was like, like what got you into leaking and stuff like that. And I referenced a phone call after a Friday Night Viper that you and I had like way late into the night. We talked for hours.
Yep, as we do.
I want to say maybe 4 years ago, maybe, where I was talking about wanting to be more credible. And that's where all of this stemmed from, was really a conversation that happened with you.
Yep. Yeah, we talked about you rebranding yourself and, how you wanted to establish that credibility and how you really desperately wanted it and to prove yourself. Yeah. And you knew you needed something that nobody else had and that you needed results. And we talked about my whole spiel of you have to become unavoidable and undeniable at the same time. You have to become inevitable. You have to become inevitable to where they can't escape you. They can't avoid you. They can't get away. They have to be inevitable like Thanos, but you have to be undeniable. You have to be undeniable. You have to have results that are too good to ignore.
At that time, Front Page Tech was just jokes and noises, which was a good show by itself, but like
it was a fun time.
It needed a little oomph.
It was a fun time, and it was a niche show. You broke into the mainstream by disrupting, and the thing is, and it's very similar to, and again, and you became the news in a way. You became the news, and and it's the same thing. Interestingly, and the same thing with another rising star on YouTube, CoffeeZilla. It's about you. He was this niche creator, and he was doing the whole fake guru thing. People don't realize he used to have a YouTube channel that he quit at 500. He quit at 500,000 subscribers on his video essay educational YouTube channel where he was like doing science type stuff and like really interesting data studies. And I loved his data dumps and things like that. It was really, he's a great researcher. Then he decided to call out like fake gurus, and he got a little far on that, but it wasn't until he started doing investigative independent journalism on massive scams and frauds and things that are mainstream in awareness, like crypto scams and NFT scams. It wasn't until he started doing that, and then he became he got his own sources, just like you. He got his own network, just like you. So he had sources. He had people bringing him information. He had researchers. He had, like, once that happens, you have sources, leakers, researchers, insiders, and you have that stuff. You are no longer just chasing or reporting or summarizing other headlines. You are now, you are your own news source at that point. Because remember, you used to summarize stories that were already out there.
Yes.
You didn't break news. And when you started breaking news, that was the difference. And that's how you became the news, because you became
I think it's funny that everything always stems back to Roberto somehow. Like, we're all associated with Roberto, and he's just, look at him. He's just sitting there doing his own thing. And like, Viper, like, I feel like no one knows that story, like that it really stemmed from that phone call.
Yeah, remember the other thing that I alluded to with you and Roberto on the podcast, and about how you were thinking about quitting YouTube all those years ago, and then you had that live stream with Roberto, and he talked you into going another direction and doing other things. So
yeah. Oh my God!
We actually had a conversation
with Roberto about
we actually
quitting.
before that we had that conversation in Seattle.
Yes,
and we were like 3 hours. Before going to the airport and whatnot, we sat there for like 3 hours.
Roberto has talked me off the ledge a couple times. Not gonna lie.
I told you on the podcast that I would not be where I am today if it wasn't for Roberto. Man, he's the catalyst of a lot of things.
I'm trying. That's like, the thing is, it's like, even when I slow down on my channel, I don't really stop. People just like, I'm just not uploading. That's the difference. I'm not I haven't stopped. I'm still behind the scenes helping as many creators as possible, doing DMs and masterminds.
I mean, if you think about it, Front Page Tech pretty much owes you royalties at this point. So
I'll take them.
That was years ago. That's what you should do. Just like, listen, I'm gonna give you advice, but I'm gonna need a little percentage.
Maybe one day. I think Daryl does that right now. It's like, there's a future where that might be where I might go into the talent business. I've been debating it because but it's one of those, it's like, if I do it, I'll do it differently. Because you know that my issue is there's things I don't have. There's things I'm like, there's things I don't do because then I go, it's like, I don't even like how that looks or the ethics of it, or I don't like those scumbags that are doing it. And then I realize, oh wait, I should just do it better than them, and I should actually just do it the right way, or what I think the right. Make it not as terrible, like make it not as terrible, and like, and I, because again, I mean, that's why I'm getting ready to finally after all this time, I'm actually going to make a damn course. It's like, because of like, I'm over. Oh, like a lot of these scumbags have done it, but like a lot of my good friends have done it, and they've done it ethically, and they've done it fine. And I'm like, you know what? I can just make a really, really good course, and people have been asking me for it forever. It's like, well, why don't I show them what I think a course should be like, and and like, I mean, anything. But it's always that. It's always if I can't figure out how to do something well, and do something that I think is genuinely helpful. Like, again, I wouldn't give you advice if I didn't think it was helpful. I wouldn't give you advice that I don't think will benefit you, right? I don't do something without a reason, and I don't do something if I don't think it's in the person's interest.
Right. Roberto, are we on track for the book next month?
Yeah, it's Rivers doing some editing. She sent me some notes and stuff like that. But the book is basically, I need to send you, I did this thing with what's it called? Speechify, to where it kind of did an automated audio read for me, so that you could just like get through the book in a day by listening to it via audio. So it's not me speaking, it's a text to voice app thing, just so that you could. So I gave that to my editor. I gave it to a couple of you to test read. I'm happy to send you guys both a link to the Speechify thing, so that you could, so you could check out the book. But River is doing the edits on it. We should have all the edits done, and my designer should have everything for final for the paperback. Once the edits are done, the Kindle version that people have pre-ordered is good to go. So the digital is the easiest thing. Cover design was done for that months ago. The paperback design and interior will be done hopefully before the end of the month. And then on the 22nd, book is live, and that'll be that.
Wait,
100 pre-orders, over 100 pre-orders so far. So that's good.
Wait, did you just say Kindle? Did I hear you right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Did I see you got a Kindle today? Was that a real thing I saw on Twitter?
I
You
did.
did.
I did. Yes, sir.
Why?
Because trying to read stuff on an iPad or an iPhone could be disruptive with the notifications or not.
I
So-
see.
Yeah.
It's simpler to read it on a Kindle.
Also, I mean, depending on what Kindle you get and everything like that, they have a significant amount of like water resistance depending on which one you got. I've got the Oasis and everything like that. So
Bro,
if I'm
where are you
trapped,
reading?
well, when I go to these events like Vid Summit and everything like that, when I
Water
go,
resistance.
well, again, I'll be outside by the pool when I'm at these events at like Vid Summit or I'm at an Airbnb and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And it's like electronics and pools are no bueno.
Well, I mean, your phone can go in the pool.
I have not had great experiences with iPhones and water.
Why?
I just haven't. Like anytime, like it's a thing. It's a whole thing.
Oh, no.
Viper to this day, I think that the reason that my audio, I cannot do Clubhouse without my Bluetooth is because I think that it's like, I think there's still just an issue with the last time I dropped my iPhone in water.
Interesting.
Because my microphone, like if I try to do Clubhouse, it sounds like I'm underwater whenever I talk into the microphone on Clubhouse. I'm fine for phone calls, but specifically if I go on Clubhouse, if I go on Twitter Spaces, if I do not use a Bluetooth headset and I do audio things that are not a phone call, it's garbled as hell. And I attribute it to the last time I dropped my phone in water.
That makes sense.
I'm too late. I like the Best Buy that was like 6 minutes from my house closed down, so I've been too lazy to fight traffic to go up near the mall and go to the Best Buy by the mall and get it taken care of. But I guess I will one day.
Express replacements are my best friend.
So, John, are you gonna be writing a book one day? All your happenings and
I wrote one when I was in high school. Hang on.
I'm not talking about high school. I'm talking about now. That
Hang on. I think I have a copy somewhere. Hang on. I don't want to dox myself. Hang on. I have to get something in particular.
Wait, what is he getting?
Oh wait, I don't think it's that far. Never mind.
I asked him if he's going to write a book, and he said he wrote one.
Okay. Where's
You
the?
wrote a book? I didn't even know this.
Yeah. Okay. This is from I was in 10th grade. The basics to did you
I
have
remember
to
this.
full screen it?
Okay.
The basics to
this, right.
internet success
That's right. I remember
by
this.
me.
Okay. Yep.
Look, Roberto, check this out. This is me when I wrote the book. So 10th grade, my English teachers, my two English teachers, they proofed it for me and edited it.
And you self-published this with like what, blurb.com?
I think back then
Amazon?
it was called CreateSpace.
Oh yeah, Amazon acquired that. Amazon.
Of course they did.
Yeah.
This was me.
Of course they did.
Look at
Oh
that.
wow.
Lord, wow.
It's night and day.
Yeah.
Look
Oh
like a
my
baby-
god.
look like a
Yeah,
baby
and
boy.
in this book, I'm like, my name is John Prosser. I'm from Lordstown, Ohio. I've moved now. Obviously, I'm very far
Obviously.
away from that. But I'm like, this is my high school. Like, completely doxed myself on the first page.
Oh Lord.
Anyway,
Oh,
it was
Lord.
about how to make a website.
I remember you telling us you wrote that book. Yeah. That's right.
Yeah, it was about how to make
Yeah.
a website, and like all of it is like none of this is relevant now. Like, it
Wait,
talks
and you
about
doxed
services that are
you
dead.
doxed yourself as a teenager. The thing with the first rule of the internet being do not use your real name and tell people where you live.
I literally did that in a book that you could pay for. Yes,
That's
I did
brilliant.
that for real.
But
I
I'm
did
proud
that
of you
for
of being one of the only people in the world who ever like people don't realize what publishing a book or writing a book and finishing a book is a big deal. It's like less than 1% of humans who have ever lived will ever do it and have ever done it.
Yeah, I mean it's not that long. It's not that thick, but
Even so.
I
All right,
did
but,
it.
but the real question, John, is are you going to write a new book about all your adventures in the last like 2 or 3 years? No.
God no. No.
If
Just
you
have
wrote
me
a
on a few more
memoir,
podcasts
dude,
and I'll be happy.
if you wrote a memoir about your adventures and your journey to being an influencer, like
I could, but
it'd be a bestseller. Number one, it'd be a bestseller. It'd be a
the
bestseller.
work though, I don't have the Roberto Blake work ethic. I just don't have it.
You have it. You literally have it. You literally have probably done more like aside from the seasonal breaks, like you post more consistently in like a 90-day period than I have in years. Like
Yeah, but mine's cookie
compared to the
cutter. Like mine
Yeah.
is like so easily repeatable, and mine's just like
my stuff's repeatable as hell. My stuff's not that difficult to do.
doesn't look like that from the outside.
That's fair. It's what it took to get to a place to where it became that, but it's like if
I could do this in my sleep.
all I need is a little bit more of this post-COVID discipline and mental health kick that I've been on and physical health kick that I've been on. And I can be back on the daily content grind by next year. Like I can be back to dailies by next year.
Oh yeah, you doing like? Are you traveling yet and doing speaking stuff again?
In the fall, I am, which is why the book comes out in August 22nd. Because then after that, I literally have 3 speaking gigs in September. I literally have the end of the year is like when speaking is from. I've been traveling again, and also I bought. This is a different house than last time we spoke. I bought a place.
Yeah, I've been watching. I've been lurking.
Yeah. So you be out there lurking.
Yeah,
but yeah, yeah, it's like.
Speaking of lurking, shout out to my lurker. I know that I can see there's a few of y'all looking at. Y'all don't announce y'all still, but
usually it's me, but I'm in here now.
Yeah, usually it's you, but we have iPhone out there lurking. Probably a few more of y'all out there lurking. I appreciate y'all hanging out. So
I feel like every sizable YouTuber should, at some point, consider writing a book.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it's like one of those. Maybe I will do it one day because it's not something that is on my radar that I want to do right now. But it's like, if I didn't do it, I think I'd be disappointed. Like if we're 10 years from now and it's not something that I have to my name, I would be disappointed. I think
that was how I felt. That's how I'm like, and I just committed to it. And it was so interesting that it's like it was so interesting to me to like go through the process of writing it and go, oh my God, I wrote this, and it's like, oh, it's here and it's done. And it's
we're gonna get
wow.
deep.
Yeah,
Roberto, do you want kids?
Yes.
Oh.
Unquestionably, I want kids. Unquestionably, I've always wanted kids. I've always wanted kids.
I ask because I'm in a weird position where I'm like, I don't. So right now, I don't want kids. I do, but I don't. I don't want a kid right now. I really like my freedom, and I feel like I'm gonna like my freedom for a long time. But when I'm old and gray, it's gonna be one of those things where I'm gonna be like, you idiot.
John,
like if I don't have a kid, I will feel like no matter what I accomplish in my life, I will feel very unfulfilled.
John, you're in a wonderful position that less than 90% of humans will ever get to in life. There's no reason for you to be afraid. If as long as the wife agrees and as long as she's happy with it, I have no reservations whatsoever. One, that you'll be a wonderful father, and number two,
thank you.
And number two, you have the resources to have as much freedom as you want because you have as many resources as is necessary to create a scenario to where even having children and with their wants and their needs and them being a priority, to where you have enough resources and you have the mentality and the skill to get to a place to have even more resources, to where you will not have restrictions because of this. You will not have restrictions because of this.
See, I'm in a very Viper. What about you? You want kids someday?
Someday, not right now, no.
But like at the end of your life, will you wish that you had a kid?
If I hadn't had a kid by the end of my life, then I probably won't wish I had one.
I guess that's true. I'm also in a weird mindset where like, so the success of Front Page Tech, I mean, to some people, perspective is everything, and to some people it's been successful. But the success that I've had in the last year, let's say, is something that my brain has not wrapped around yet, and I'm still in the mindset that I was 4 or 5 years ago. So like you saying you have the resources to have a kid and it would work out. When you say that, I know that, but my brain,
but you don't feel it. My
brain hasn't caught up, and so I'm still used to getting my utilities shut off, my electric shut off, and like that was like 6-7 years ago me, and my mind is still there.
It's hard, and there was a phase where even I went through that, but it's like but also I am older than you, so again I think some of my capacity to process trauma and put it in perspective is a matter of some level of age, but I will say, but you don't need age. You have you're intelligent enough and you have the discipline, and you can do this, and you also have the benefit of good advice. So what I would tell you is this: first of all, you need to give yourself more credit and acknowledge, because you do at least acknowledge yourself and your accomplishments in some regards, but you don't in the grand scheme of things, in terms of you can translate that to professional success and YouTube success, but you cannot translate that mentally to your humanity, to the fact that you are, because you're still,
to this day, I feel like
you still see the same person when you look in the mirror.
Well, to me, the person on the internet is not even like, I'm not even that person. I don't know who that is.
So I'm saying I think you give too much of your success to the caricature you play.
Yes.
and you are Clark Kenting yourself, and
somebody less cool than Clark Kent.
Okay, like you're Peter Parkering.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah, you're Peter Parkering your way through life instead of acknowledging that it's like you and Spider-Man are one and the same. It's like there is no Spider-Man without everything that Peter Parker built. Like Peter Parker built the web shooters. Peter Parker has the like, you see what I'm saying? It's like there's like, so you did those things. John Prosser, the character, doesn't exist without John Prosser, the man. And the thing is, you're owed your roses. They don't belong to the character, they belong to you. And you like, so you've partitioned your mind in an, again, gentle grain of salt here. You've partitioned your mind in an unhealthy way to where you haven't reconciled that you are deserving as a person of your success, versus you think of the thing that you built, the content, the platform, you are separating it from yourself. That can be healthy in terms of criticism. It's not healthy in terms of your accomplishments. You have not internalized your success. You have not internalized your success and your accomplishments, and it's holding you back from feeling as fulfilled as you deserve to be.
Well, there was like, this is why, Viper, why do you do this? How come every time I come on this show it gets deep and serious?
You went there. Nobody asked you about your.
No one prompted you. No one. You did it to yourself.
I know. This is like so even as recently as like this year, or maybe it was like towards the end of last year, there was like recent happenings of how things work with Front Page Tech internally, and I was getting like things were changing. My life was about to change, and there's a schedule of checks that are much bigger than I'm used to that I just get now. But the first one I did not believe was, even though it was on paper, it was owed to me. I did not believe it until it was in my bank account, and I had backup plans. I was like, this time I was prepared to bring in money other ways, because even though it was technically owed to me, and if I wanted to, I could take people to court if I had to. It was just my mindset does not allow me. I'm like, no, that's not real. It's not real. It's not real money. And then it was, and then, and I still have, trouble.
But that's just, again, some of that's unresolved trauma, money trauma. That's unresolved money trauma. Like, people think that making money and being successful, you move on from all the bad shit that happens to you, and it's not true.
True.
And therapy helps sometimes, but also in reconciling money
or Friday Night Vipers.
Yeah, or Friday Night Vipers. Therapy, Friday Night Viper. These things help, but like a big part of it is also to just change the relationship we have with money. And you don't change a relationship without changing your behavior and changing the story that you tell yourself. And and part of that is, it starts with just acknowledging that it would be very difficult for me to not be okay. Let's really appreciate, compared to where you were 10 years ago, where any of us were 10 years ago, that 10 years ago, it was very easy for any of us to not be okay. Any one thing, and we're done, and that's it. It's game over, and it's almost unrecoverable, and that's it. Now, there are massive disruptions that would have to happen to significantly affect our lives and our lifestyles. There's a lot of things that would have to go wrong. There's a lot of things that would have to go wrong. Mm-hmm. Like, you survived literally a period where your YouTube channel was kaput. It was kaput.
It was kaput, like, for a few days. Yeah.
So like, and that's a massive anxiety, and that does continue oh God, this could be in some way ripped away, blah, blah, blah. But the thing is, even consider in that how many things had to go wrong, and that how many things you were able
Front Page Tech, like the YouTube channel, now, not then, but now, could go away and I would be fine.
You see? So knowing that your literally most valuable asset and generator and source of original income, if it disappeared tomorrow, your lifestyle, you'll be devastated emotionally, but your lifestyle, your ability to be okay is not intrinsically compromised.
So when Roberto Blake tells you for 10 years to diversify, eventually you listen.
Yes. My God, yes. Like, hand to God, it's the thing that I'm preaching the most in Twitter now in this current recession, is that this is your wake up call if you didn't get one before now. And I'm not playing around with people. And I'm like, look, like you can't keep crying about hustle culture anymore. It's a recession. It's a recession. People, it's not the bottom of the recession yet. People stand to lose everything. You cannot decide that hustle and working even if you don't like it or don't want to, or giving up your nights and weekends. You cannot sit here and cry about it being toxic anymore, because it is going to potentially be essential and necessary. And if you do it right, it's temporary. If you do it right, it's temporary. It's like we can't cry about it anymore. I'm sorry. And I know people don't like it, but it's like, yes, sometimes there's a season where you're just going to have to grind and you have to give things up. And that's how it is. And then one day you'll look back and you'll be thankful. People keep saying this nonsense that nobody ever like ages and says on their deathbed they wish they'd worked harder. Who the hell are you talking to? Rich people? Because I know people all the time that what they regret is effing around and missing opportunities and effing up, and that they're where they are at the end and it's not where they wish they were, and that they know that their hard work and that they are not who they were supposed to be, and that their hard work could have made them more and given them an easier life if they had stopped effing around. People will always, people try to cap, but I know plenty of people.
They try to cap.
They try to cap. But I know plenty of people, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, and they will tell you that they regret all their YOLO bullshit. They regret not working harder when they were able to, where they had the option, So in your case, dude, you're diversified. You have to embrace and internalize the level of safety, security, and stability that you've provided for yourself and, you know, for you and your girl. You've done the work. It's time to internalize the fact that you did the work, you did the right things. You came quite literally from nothing, and you're not still there. And no, you're not going.
I feel like I'm going to be there for
and you're not, but you're not there, and you're not going back. The walk back, the distance between where you are. Do you realize how far and how long you would have to walk to get back to where you were struggling?
Yeah,
it would be a tremendous undertaking. It would require ridiculous work ethic for you to go back. It would be harder for you to go back.
I would be impressed if I messed it up at this point.
It would be, it would be harder for you to go back than it would for you to move forward. It would be harder to go back than to go forward.
Like Roberto said, you just have to realize, man, that you put in the work to get to where you are today, and you have to allow yourself to take that in. Like what you've done over the past like 4 or 5 years is nothing short of incredible, but you put in the work. You did that. So you need to allow yourself to reap those rewards and feel comfortable in your current position.
This is a little bit of an exclusive, I guess you could say it. Everybody remembers Brian. Right?
Yes, your editor.
Brian?
Yes.
Let's just say that as of July 1st, so this month, he is full-time at Front Page Tech.
Oh.
Yeah, so there's everybody might remember a certain website that was live last year, and things have been restructured, and let's just say Brian might be hired full-time on salary to run that entity. So it'll be separate. It'll almost effectively be separate for me almost.
Wow, that is pretty incredible.
So before I was like
subsidiary. Would it be a subsidiary or?
I mean, it's like it's Front Page Tech branded. It carries the name, and I'm sort of the face of the brand, and I know that. But I will be visiting the website just like everyone else will. It will have its own employees, it'll be running on its own.
Wow. That is incredible.
That's usually how it's harder with creator businesses to kind of partition that, but it's still under the Front Page brand. So it's a Front Page Tech production or enterprise, even if it has its own staff and team. But that's really dope. And it's like, yeah, congratulations.
Well, that's where that's
what a subsidiary is.
Yeah, that's where I got hooked up before. It was like just spreading myself too thin, and I would write for the website all day and then go, oh, how am I supposed to do a show now? Or I wouldn't be able to run the website because I was doing the show. And so the website is the most, it makes the most sense. That's the path forward for the brand. And it's like, we were disruptive on YouTube and how news works on YouTube, but now I want to disrupt like traditional written media, and I want the brand to carry over there.
You need to disrupt everything because, like, I mean, because people creators don't think holistically. Creators have platform loyalty. Platform priorities are good up to a point, but I think that like once you hit 100,000 subscribers or followers in a platform, I think focus is fine up until that point. I think you can diversify sooner than that, but once you do that, like staffing up, building a team, and deciding to play in other platforms and other arenas or other formats is definitely worthwhile. It's worthwhile, especially if you are, because 100,000 or more is enough to also, especially if you do something unique enough. Yeah. It's enough to be the king of the hill in your own thing. And I mean, you are in your own category. You're not a tech creator. You are your own thing.
Yeah,
like,
really.
and so what you have, you don't have actual competition.
No.
Yeah, I guess so.
But going back to what I was saying earlier, though, I mean, and now you have the website that you're not even doing anything with per se. You got that whole other staff doing that, so you really are in a position to just go out there and live your best life. Oddly enough,
that's what feels good. Like that's, and that's money that I'm putting up front for security for somebody else and staff, but I feel there's so much potential there, and if it. So we're guaranteed to try this for the next 18 months. And there's a chance that it doesn't make it. And I'm okay with that. I'm at peace with that. But I would hate myself if I didn't put, as much resources into this as I could, because I believe in the potential of what the brand is.
John, you're a job creator now. Go live your best life. Go have 2.5 Rugrats. Like do you? Rugrats. Go have 2.5 Rugrats. Go do you, dude. Because like you can. There's nothing you can't do at this point. I mean, and I'm not saying that facetiously. I mean literally. It would be harder for me to imagine you failing than succeeding at this point.
Actually, your story sounds a lot like John Redinger when he was trying to do videos at Techno Buffalo back in the day. And he ended up selling Techno Buffalo because he felt like it was putting too much pressure on him running the website and trying to do video.
Yeah.
Now he's all living his best life because he made that separation. So you've already done that. So
yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm not going to sell it though.
Oh yeah.
You can sell something or you can staff it. There's a difference. Like so, because in John's case, remember Byrne is taking over he's running it, editorial and everything like that.
Yeah.
So that's different. So operations wise, because the difference is John Redinger was operations over Techno Buffalo while still trying to make videos. So it makes sense for him to just go to a personal brand and to sell it off. But John is starting out with building this extension with the idea of not running point, which is smart. You're playing more CEO instead of operations, which is good. You don't need to be CEO and editor in chief. That's like
and Brian, he has been around since the beginning of Front Page Tech. Like he gets it. I don't have to explain. I don't have to micromanage. Like so, I'm handing it off to him, and then if it fails, look at him, not me.
Well, I think y'all's partnership has allowed him to see what the difficulties of leadership and carrying something is like. He has his own talents and abilities, but he's also seen what that is. So I think he has a healthy enough respect for being the captain of a ship, like having, been, your first mate on yours, So so somebody who's worked in the capacity of being literally the right-hand man is, someone who's been the number 2 is usually capable of stepping into a role as a number 1.
Yeah. Yeah, I've never trusted somebody more with the brand, and I'm very confident and very excited about the potential of that. And I'm just cool to be able to wake up and check my own site. Like it's not even mine.
That's pretty cool. Is your wife still gonna be writing on the site?
Depends. We'll see.
Depends.
It depends on how we want to sort of expand staff. And I don't. It's really just I'm not sure if she's as interested in it, so we're just the position is is available, but more focused on expanding the staff that is going to be there like long term, people that actually want to be there.
Cool. Yeah. Well, congratulations, man. You are making big life moves over there. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Man, wow. I love it. Speaking of technology, John, is there any piece of tech that you're looking forward to for the rest of 2022 or anything that has your eye?
Oh. No, I was most excited about Max. I was very excited about Max Studio. That's out of the way though, so it's just sort of like, I'm just around for the ride for the rest of the year. Usually, there's something that I'm hoping for or that I'm excited for, and I sort of got what I wanted. So obviously, I'm going to buy the new iPhone and the Apple Watches that come out, and I'll, same thing that we do every year. If that's fun and exciting anymore, it'll be exciting in September, but that's guaranteed. We know that's coming, and there's nothing that I'm like.
If Sony drops any new camera stuff, are you gonna buy?
Oh yeah. For some reason, did you ask just Apple, or did I just make it about Apple?
You said tech.
You just made it about Apple. I said tech.
Oh, that's on me then. Yeah, if Sony gives me a new camera, I will buy it. Yes, without question.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Renee is giving you a possible talent that you could poach. Steven's a good dude.
Am I allowed to?
Hey, I don't see why.
Be a heads up on somebody leaving.
That's another thing. It's a joke right now, but I have been in contact with several people from other other publications. I might be being a little bad currently.
Oh, that's
well, I know that a lot of people are, they're working Google AdSense and CPM based, and I'm just outright offering these people salaries. So we'll see.
That's interesting. And that offers stability. I mean, I think it's hard. I think it's hard for anybody to or rather most people. I think it's hard for most people to be in a position to be able to justify taking the risk of saying, oh, I'll take a cut of whatever, or I'll eat what I kill. I think it's hard for most people. It's like, I mean, technically you'd make more money, but I think it's very hard for people to get to that place. So I respect just straight up giving people, hey, here's something to live off of, and that's that. And because I know that.
I think not to get into it, but I think a lot of the practices of a lot of these publications are a little sus. Remember how you said that there's people that do courses? It's a little scummy. I think a lot of these people are. I think a lot of these writers are taken advantage of pretty good.
Oh, I've seen. Oh my God. Well, you've seen more stuff than me, but it's like, the stories.
But you probably know
stuff I've seen. Oh yes. The stories and things I've seen, and and then also it creates some really unfortunate situations, even with bad content, because to some extent people are incentivized by, well, to get paid, I have to drive this much traffic, so I'm going to play fast and loose with some of this stuff to drive controversy or titles or stuff. So it actually creates the ethics in pay create ethics in the quality and trustworthiness of the content.
And that's where clickbait comes from too.
Yep.
It's
because it's incentivized. Make no mistake. Yeah. People like the consumer. One thing that bothers me is that consumers do not understand how the product gets made. And I think that it would make a difference. I know not every consumer wants to or needs to, but I think when you do realize how the product gets made, it does, for at least when the product is content, when it's content as a service. I do think it matters when you realize how the thing gets done, and you also realize what the ethics may be sometimes, that it changes. Once you know that, it's very hard to unknown it and just consume in the same way.
Yeah.
I have an interesting question for you, John. Now that you are in a different station in life, would you consider actually traveling to places now? Or are you anti-travel?
Even less so now, dude. I don't have a reason. It's just I mean, maybe we'll see. I mean, now that COVID and stuff and the restrictions are being lifted, maybe 1 or 2 a year.
When you have kids, you're gonna want to travel. You're gonna want those family vacations. You're gonna want vacations, huh?
To get away from the kids?
To get away. No. Well, you're gonna want to go with the kids. You're gonna want.
I thought you were like, hey, you should have kids. Also, you're gonna be really excited to leave them and go on vacation.
You're gonna be more excited if you have kids. You're going to have better work-life balance because you won't have a choice and because you'll want to.
Roberto, we're not even talking about that far. We need him at VidSummit, my dude.
True, we do need him at VidSummit as a speaker, but John, for real, if you have kids, you're going to want to make family memories and vacations, and your wife is going to want to do that too. And it's going to give you something guilt-free to justify not being a workaholic, which is going to make your life better, and is going to let you ramp down, is going to let you delegate more, diversify more, because you're going to want to. you're going to want to once you have kids,
Yeah.
and you're going to want to make it a priority. And the thing is, you're going to get more freedom, in my opinion, not less, because when people lose freedom, it's because they're in a traditional work situation. That's where people lose freedom. It's either that they're in a not great financial situation, which you're in a great one, or they're not in, or they're in a traditional work situation where they don't have time freedom. You have time freedom. This will give you built-in boundaries and built-in priorities that exist outside of your work. And that will be good for you because it'll force you to be sharper and to let things go and to source people to do things and delegate more. And you'll want to, it won't even, you'll be technically forced to, but you'll want to, and you'll want to let go of things, and you'll want to step away. And that's going to be really healthy for you. And that's going to address a lot of other issues.
Yeah, I could see it.
All right.
When you have money, you get better. When you get money, you get better at when you have a family. When you get money and then you have a family, when you have money and the resources and then you have a family, you get better as a person and life becomes better. That's why I want kids. Because I already know. I've seen it too many times. I know.
So, well about that. So John, I think I've asked you this a few years ago, but I know that when you're watching YouTube, you don't really watch tech content too much. You watch other stuff, right?
Right.
Roberto, what do you watch on YouTube when you're watching YouTube?
Oh, wow. I've been watching shorts a little bit more whenever I'm like, whenever I'm doing something where I'm vegging out or I can't sleep and I'm in bed. I go through shorts. I don't like TikTok, but I do like shorts a lot. And I've been watching a lot of these interesting, I don't really know what to call it as far as a genre, but I've been watching like a lot of these Black anime YouTubers that do comedy. So they don't just do regular reviews. They don't do just regular reviews. They do like this really funny, cool stuff. Like I watched this one dude, Sensei, and he does like the hood review of like One Piece, the hood review of Dragon Ball. And it's really dope. And his thumbnails are so cool because he'll like put like the prison face tats on the characters and they'll be like wearing a bandana. And it's like, so the thumbnails are really creative. And then the humor and the jokes built in, the cultural humor and jokes and stuff like that. So it's really funny. And I watch, this other guy who does something similar called CJ the Champ. He gets like tons of views. He did like the most disrespectful moments in anime, and it's just like it's the most hilarious thing I think I've ever seen. I sat there. I had it at the house with Daniel and Andrew the other day when we were at VidCon, and I just had them rolling. I had people crying. They were laughing so hard. I had people like bursting a gut. It was hilarious. So like, I just like the stuff like that. And I like all this Star Wars YouTubers I'm seeing now, to be honest.
John, what are your thoughts on YouTube Short?
So I like, if you look at my screen on time, I'm like 8 hours on TikTok and 1 hour on YouTube these days. Like I am stuck. I am addicted. I have a problem. It's like anytime I have an excuse to look at TikTok, I will take it. Is a video rendering? TikTok. Do I have to poop? TikTok. It's my life I'm just trying to make time.
I prefer the shorts algorithm because it's less addictive.
I like being addicted. Give it to me. There's like are like people that I
right to the veins.
Yeah, give it to me. I put it right in my butt. I don't care. Just I want TikTok. I like TikTok a lot, and it's like I don't even care. Like I will look at TikTok and I will immediately get TikToks for stuff I said 10 minutes ago. I have not searched it. There's no reason for me to get it.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't even care, dude. Fine. You know me. So show me stuff that you know I want. Give it to me.
So, I mean, we caught them in 4K. It's no doubt that they're spying. There's no doubt it's spyware. They caught in 4K. I'm going to say, you believe that, right? You do
absolutely
believe. Yeah.
Yes.
It's like, do you think it gets banned?
It's sadder that I'm like, sure.
You're
that's
like,
fine.
yeah. No,
even better.
I know a lot of people that's their thing. It's like, do you believe that it gets banned this time? Because I mean,
I would be so sad.
But do you believe it's going to happen? Because the thing is, last time though, it was at the end of Trump, and it was a lame duck type situation. It's the end of a presidency, but now it's at kind of the almost middle of the Biden administration. And now, when you have a Republican and Democrat administration both saying the same thing, I think that's kind of like, oh, this might be real.
I don't know if I could see. I mean, I could see changes happening, but I don't see it getting outright banned. And if it does get banned, we riot in the streets.
If
TikTok
China,
flags.
if China hits up
We're toilet
Taiwan, do
paper,
you think it
we're
gets
toilet paper.
if China hits up Taiwan because of sanctions, like how Russia stuff, like if they do that, do you think because of sanctions it gets prohibited or restricted from the U.S. because of sanctions? If China hits up Taiwan,
Oh my god! I mean, I could see it happening. I wish it didn't work that way. Why can't Elon just buy TikTok? Just give up to Twitter battle, man. We need
do you
TikTok.
really want
Save
him more
TikTok.
beholden to China?
I know.
Do you want
Save-
him more? Do you want
save
him more
TikTok.
beholden? Save TikTok, save the world. Like,
Yeah.
do you really want him beholden even more to China?
No. And really, if TikTok gets banned, here's what I'm gonna do. I will start using YouTube Shorts or Instagram Reels or whatever, because it's just TikTok stuff, but like
Yeah,
later than like weeks
Basically.
after you see it on TikTok.
I think that TikTok becomes Snapchat eventually. I think they're going to screw it up. I think they're going to screw up something, whether it's politically or they're going to screw up the interface, or they're going to do something to piss off the culture, or they'll piss off. Most likely, they'll piss off the culture. Most likely, they'll piss off Gen Z. And now, because the novelty of their format and their features is now ubiquity, there's no reason to stay if they don't play ball or they do something you dislike. Same like with Snapchat. So I think they just end up becoming Snapchat eventually. They won't die, but they'll become irrelevant in a couple of years. I really believe TikTok has 3 to 5 years and clock's ticking, and then they're not culturally relevant, because I think, one, Gen Z will grow up and sell out, or number two, in the interim, they will get bored and there'll be something else, or three, TikTok will culturally do something that they think is unethical and piss them off to the point to where they decide to go full on activist and boycott the damn thing.
Yeah.
John, did you ever give Clubhouse a chance? I know you're on the platform, but did you ever actually come in the Clubhouse room?
Yeah, I know. I mean, I get the appeal of it. It's just I just haven't participated really.
Would you prefer Twitter Spaces?
Nah, I mean, it's all the same to me. Like, it just I don't have a problem at all with the concept of it. I totally get it. I might be, if I had to pick one, maybe I would lean towards Twitter Spaces, just because it's built in natively and that's just the platform I'm on. And if I'm on it for another reason, I could happen to see a space pop up and do it that way. But Clubhouse is more of a commitment, I feel like. Like, you're going on Clubhouse to do Clubhouse stuff, whereas I could just be on Twitter and stumble on a space.
I think that with Clubhouse, it has the better overall social audio experience, but Twitter already has more users and it's built in. And so as a feature, again, Clubhouse no longer, niche social audio platforms don't have novelty, but I do think Clubhouse does have its own culture, and at least its features have not been fully cannibalized. And I don't think Twitter is equipped to fully cannibalize Clubhouse's features, because I just don't think it'd be a resource priority.
Nope.
Yeah.
And they're still having issues that they were having over a year ago with the stability of space, and so I don't see them messing with Clubhouse.
Yep.
Gentlemen, I have loved having you both on the stream tonight. I'm not going to hold you
Thank you so much
all
for
night.
having me.
Thank you
My
for coming
illustrious
back. I
return.
appreciate you. Any last words before we leave for the evening?
Don't do drugs, or do.
Dude,
Those are my last words.
don't delete. Roberto, any last words?
Make muscle, hustle, create 1,000 pieces of content, put links on all of them, create 100,000 links that make you money all the time, all day, every day, 24/7, 365. Hustle
Until
until the platforms are doing it for you. Hustle until the websites are your workforce, because that's the real secret.
Word.
Oh, appreciate all of y'all hanging out and listening tonight. Thank you so much. And for all of y'all lurking out there, I appreciate y'all lurking. Shout out to Roberto and John for making time to join me tonight. And I will see y'all next week with another episode of Friday Night Vibe. Peace.
Later.